Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second here. So I am going to be solo casting today, at least for now. Um, was about to do it with First Law, but when he realized there were no Terran players, he didn't feel comfortable casting any other matchups. He doesn't feel like he has enough knowledge to do so. So guess I'll be solo casting at least to start. Maybe Flash for the Win can join me later. Um, I'll do my best to not spoil players. No promises. I was trying to avoid this a little bit because like I said, I know who everybody is, and there's a chance that I'm gonna accidentally spit it out, but hopefully I can avoid that. But all right, so today we have our round of 8 for the Anonymous Tour. Um, uh, I did the interviews for the winners of the matches already, so I have those. At least I've done most of them. I have a couple more to do. But yeah, if you missed the first round or you're not entirely sure what the Anonymous Tour is, just real quick, it's a 16-man tournament where kind of behind the scenes I've been running everything so that the 16 players don't know who anybody is. I assign them all names. They've been playing against each other on Shield Battery. I would like give them instructions and stuff, but nobody knows who anybody is. Nobody even knows who signed up. I'm the only person that knows who is in the tournament, knows who is who. This is all going to be information that's revealed at the end. I've been doing things like asking, like little interviews, like asking like who they think they played against and why. And then for the round of 8 winners, I was doing Discord call interviews and doing recordings of that. So I'll have like all that extra content at the end when we do the reveal. When the semifinals and finals end, which will be next Sunday, which will be a live stream of the games, or they will not be from replay. When that's over, I'm going to probably cut the stream a little bit for like a few minutes, and then we'll restart it about 10 minutes later. And I'll give you guys the player list, and everybody gets to guess kind of who is who. Like, I'll show the list of like the League of Legends champion names that I have them all assigned to, and then I'll give you the player list. And the top guesses, I'll give a little payout. So like the top 3 spectators or viewers, you guys, guesses, I'll give like $15 or something. I don't even know exactly what I'll have the prize pool yet. I'll decide that during this week. And then the players will also be able to guess, but they'll have their own like separate bracket because they'll kind of have a little bit more information on who they played against. So you as the viewers will be a little bit separate, but don't really have a whole lot more to say about it. We're just kind of going through the games here, and it's like kind of fun doing the prediction stuff. Unfortunately, part of the fun was having the casters like discuss it with each other about who they think is who. Obviously, I can't do that with you guys because I know the answer. And couldn't get anybody to help me with the cast today, unfortunately. So I'll be doing my best. We're just going to be casting the games kind of as normal, and maybe Flash for the Win can join me a little bit later. I was hoping to at least get him a co-caster, and I'll probably still be looking just during the games here. Let me make a quick little post here. Okay. And real quick here, so we have the bracket. This is the bracket where you can kind of see the players. Unfortunately, I still haven't set up my bot on YouTube, so I do apologize for that. But that's just going to be the bracket for the players, so you can at least see the races and kind of like follow a little bit of that. I do have the VODs up on my YouTube and Patreon. The Patreon itself, there's no paywall or anything like that behind anything. The content comes out for free. You can show me support there if you want. And this is where you can send me some donations if you want to support the Colosseum. Any money you send through the PayPal there goes straight into an account purely for funding events and stuff. So none of that goes into my pocket. It's just to make more and more of this kind of content for you guys and continue doing tournaments and events and stuff like that. Oh, I'm gonna run a little bit over. You see, like on the poster here, I was planning on finishing on October 31st, but I'm actually going to go maybe a week over because there's at least one more event that I want to do before I end it. And then, this also doesn't end until the 2nd, so I'll go a little bit over. And then I'm probably going to take like a month and a half off to kind of get some production stuff organized and get some more stuff set up for you guys. This was kind of like a trial run getting everything together, and I think it's been going pretty well so far. What else? There's also There's one more thing, and I'm drawing a blank. Oh, the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you would go through here, and I'll go over this all again kind of midway through or maybe towards the end. But if you want to join the Discord and show some support, or even just keep up with the events and stuff, this is kind of where everything is run and talked about. But I'll go into that more a little bit later. We're going to go and jump into the first game here. I will be solo casting. It is going to be a PvP between Galio and Pantheon. And I can talk a little bit about these players and kind of what they've done so far. Alright, so the first map today is going to be Litmus. Every map... Oh, I need my... This guy. Okay, got the logo up. That'll block the replay progress. Alright, so the maps today are going to be Litmus, will be the first map. And then the second map, I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Let me have a quick look. Kind of need to get my stuff a little bit more organized. I kind of scrambled. I had in my head that I was starting an hour later. It wasn't until I looked at my own announcement. I was like, oh crap, I'm a little bit off here. Alright, so it's going to be Litmus, then Knockout, then Metropolis will be the map pool today. All the games today will be best of 3. But yeah, spawning here in the top right, we have our player Galio. He played against Blitzcrank. We saw he won his PVT 2-0. Looked very, very strong. It was pretty standard play from both players overall. And then Pantheon also had a PVT that he ended up winning, I believe, 2-0 as well. Man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is so hard because I know who the players were. This is part of what I'm worried about. I'm so close already to like calling them by name by accident. I'm like having to pause and think about it. So really, really hope I don't spill the beans there. So I'll just try to talk about the game specifically a little bit here. So we have just normal gateway opener from both players. So there's not going to be, or maybe it is going to be 2 gates. So we are actually going to get that 10-12 from Galio. So we are going to get some early Zealot pressure here. You don't see this super often on 2-player maps, actually, because you are guaranteed to get scouted early, and it makes it a little bit easier for the other player to respond. So, almost a little bit surprised to see that. Whereas Pantheon looking a little bit more standard, just going straight into the core. And we'll see if he wants to skip that Zealot or not. Hopefully, for his sake, he does not skip that Zealot. And there we go, we start that 14 Zealot, so that's at least good for him in this case. And here we go, probe gonna get in here and start getting a little bit of damage on these gas mining probes. Always kind of an annoying position to put your probe here, or like any of your workers really, because they just kind of get like pretty good, steady, consistent damage, and it can be a little bit annoying to deal with. But first Zealot gets out and actually blocks the scout. A little bit of a mistake actually from Pantheon not sending the probe a little bit earlier to guarantee getting inside before the Zealot comes out. And he doesn't know about the 3 Zealot yet. He's going to find out pretty soon here. And here he does see it coming. So Gun's going to want to come out and go straight across. We'll see if he wants to go into 2-gate, or like what his response wants to be. And it's actually going to be a shield battery. Does get that Manor Pylon as well, does Galio, so that's kind of annoying for a red Protoss player. And this Goon's actually barely going to get out before the Zealots get here. But shield battery is going to finish. I mean, it is annoying for him. He does need to get this probe on that pylon, ideally. But with the shield battery here, should be able to hold pretty decent. But we actually let him get a lot of surface area and let him up the ramp. So this is a pretty big mistake by red so far. Going to take a lot of damage. And maybe a little bit of micro mistakes here. And yeah, this mining also getting disrupted pretty badly in the meantime. This is a lot of damage done, and you know, the shield battery kind of loses its purpose if they just get to come up the ramp like this, essentially for free. And any probe damage while also getting the shield battery force is pretty bad. So one probe going to go down, and a second probe even going to go down. Looks like potentially a third was one shot away there. And at least a decent drill, but I mean, this is already too much damage at this point, right? We've We've lost a couple probes, we've made the shield battery, and we've had this pylon screwing up our mining quite a bit. And we see it here reflected in the worker count. Galio up 5 workers right now. So not ideal for our red Protoss player. And on the other side of things, this is a pretty standard follow-up. He's going to go up into 6 goons, and probably go into... Well, I don't know if he'll go Robo or not, but interestingly enough, we have a Stargate thrown down immediately. Not entirely sure what the plan is there. I mean, it can't be scouts. It's not going to be Corsairs, so there's no tech. Are we just going to go straight to carriers? Red did push forward here, going to take a few extra hits from these goons. And, yeah, not really going to be a good pressure there from Pantheon. And, yeah, that's pretty brutal and pretty interesting response here from Red. I guess he's thinking he wants to make use of the double gas. So yeah, there we go, there's the fleet beacon coming down, so it is going to be one base carrier in a PvP. Why not, man? You know who actually tried this kind of recently, if you remember, was when DeWalt and Bonneth played on Death Valley. There was actually a very similar kind of build attempt there from Bonneth, where he went for that one base Stargate. But alright, Fleet Beacon gonna be finishing up. I mean, he's gonna be able to hold this high ground. There's no way Galio can push up here. And our first carrier is gonna be starting pretty soon. Here comes the observatory from Galio. And, yeah, I don't expect much is really gonna happen. Who is this, Moonrai? Could be Moonrai, huh? Could be Moonrai. Mediocre control, one base carrier, what do you think? And we're gonna get that observer coming out. So he's gonna get into his base and kind of see what's going on here. Just... He knows it has to be something. It has to be something... But at this point, I mean, if I were Orange, I'd be suspecting that it's going to be Reavers, but you're also kind of thinking at this point, like, hey, where are the Reavers, right? We should be about, at that point, should be maybe trying to come down the ramp relatively soon. But here we go. Observer going to be coming across the map. And trying to see what's going on. Probably going to be... Kind of wish we had cameras, actually, for this, so we can see the total, like, what the kind of moment. And it was a little bit of a gamble from Pantheon as well, but typically 10-12 is very rare that it's going to pivot into DTs. We are making that forge now, which I think will just be like a high ground cannon or something in case of DTs, but... Observer goes to the front first to kind of see what's going on, sees the cyber core spinning, and kind of a low number of goons here. And here he's going to fly into the right side and see... Carrier, 2 Stargate carriers, sees one tucked in the corner here, so it gets full information of the weirdness that is going on here. And there's the cannon. I'm actually surprised when I made the cannon after seeing the observer. But just wanted to be extra safe, and here we go. It's going to be Citadel, Shuttle on the way, and Reaver out. So I will say it might be pretty hard for Red to stay alive. Depending on, like, can he just... I feel like he can probably just push up the ramp with his Reaver, right? If we can get a Reaver to fire up the ramp. I know sometimes Reaver AI, though, shooting up and down ramps can be a bit of a nightmare. So give me 1 second. Alright, so 2 carriers out, carrier 3 almost done, working towards carrier 4. So, I mean, we're building up this one base carrier. I mean, they can be pretty good against goons. Goons actually aren't really that good at fighting carriers, unironically. Because of their slow rate of fire, they're actually pretty bad at killing interceptors. Like, surprisingly bad. Even though the damage is pretty decent. And yeah, here we go. The Reaver gonna come out, start chipping away at this high ground, and this is kind of the part of the game that I'm really worried about for red. We got 3 carriers out, but it is a decent number of goons. We haven't a decent number of goons ourselves, though, on the high ground, so we might just be able to get the snipe here onto the Reaver and shuttle. And here we go. Gonna go straight for that shuttle. Looks like one of our carriers didn't really have any interceptors yet. And that's kind of the only problem right now is our +1 does finish up, but we don't have enough of an interceptor count. It's getting a pretty decent trade here on the goons so far, though. A few goons going down for orange. We did get one of our carriers very, very low. Like, surprisingly low. And we're just going to back up. I mean, he is on that 2-base mining. We're taking kind of a hidden third here as well. And we got Dark Archons, boys. You know what that means? We're going for mind control. I really, really like that call. You know, as a BGHer, whenever I see people go carriers, my thought is Arbiters or Scouts, right? Arbiters are actually amazing against carriers, but Scouts also do very well themselves. But I think on low eco like this, Dark Archon makes the most sense. And here we go. Carriers coming out. They are going to snipe that shuttle, snipe the Reaver, and a few goons left over. And this is actually a kind of scary moment here for Orange. He is going to have a bunch of DTs out. Looks like the pathing. I mean, these like wacky 2-player maps, sometimes the worker pathing can be such a pain. And yeah, this is actually a little bit of a shame because I'm not, like, unironically, if we had an observer, I actually think Orange would be dead right now. But unfortunately, no observer. Gonna get our natural denied as well, most likely, if he's paying attention. Yes, he is. So goodbye, Orange. Paying attention there to his DT, so he's gonna deny that natural. And I don't think these carriers can get a whole lot done. They're not... Well, I don't know, actually. This isn't really a crazy amount of goons. Doing a pretty good job microing here at distance with his carriers. And where do these Dark Archons go? Are they in a shuttle somewhere, or... Oh, here they are. They're tucked here in the back right now. Man, if Red found these Dark Archons and got into this position, it would be insanely strong. Getting a little bit aggressive here with the carriers, taking some shots here, but trading really, really well. It is really unfortunate that he's not going to spot these back here. Maybe, actually, the interceptors do spot it, so if he goes for it right now, but I don't know that he's paying attention. It looks like he's not paying attention, and they're actually going to be able to get their energy for mind control here very, very shortly. Wow, this is kind of a sad missed opportunity for Red. I think he could have done, like, full tempo advantage here, but once 2 of these carriers get taken over, I mean, it's going to be the 2 carriers plus the goons here on the other side. And here we go, the Dark Archon's going to be coming up. I don't know if Red's been paying attention or not. They're actually still not quite enough energy, but he's not really, like, reacted to them at all yet. And here we go, energy finishing just in time. And there we go, 1 Dark Archon, 2. Mind control is going to go down. And now these carriers going to be focused down. And man, that's actually such a shame. There was so much potential here. And with that, I don't know that Red can win anymore. But that was, I mean, that was a cool moment. Like, that was actually pretty cool. What a normal PvP. If this was like normal PvP, I would love this. I would probably go back to Protoss. Bit of a shame, though, for Red. And now Orange is massively far ahead. He has a big goon count. He's got his Dark Archons getting more energy again. He has his own 2 carriers now. But, I mean, Red was doing such a good job of trading against those goons. He was microing pretty well at distance there. He hadn't lost a single carrier, killed many, many goons. And you kind of saw what I was talking about, right? About how... wait, we actually used the shield battery, so I'll talk about that in a second. But, you know, I was talking about how goons actually do really bad against carriers. If you're microing them well, and that was a pretty good example of it. But yeah, I love the shield batteries. So part of what he just did there is he healed up his Dark Archons. So Dark Archons, when you cast Mind Control, it sucks up all their shield as well, right? But because he made the shield batteries, he's able to repair that. Does get one of his Dark Archons taken down, but I mean, he has a lot of goons here in his own 2 carriers, right? Does focus down the Observer, which is cool if we had DTs coming, but we don't. And unfortunately, I think Galio just too much economy at this point. And, yeah, he's got his own carriers, man. Dark Archon's also getting... They're about 2/3 of the way now to more mind controls. And, unfortunately, Red only just now getting up to his natural, whereas he doesn't even know about this other hidden base here. Yeah, kind of a cool strategy. A little bit unfortunate he wasn't paying attention. He did get vision of those Dark Archons multiple times, and honestly, like, getting down in this position here would also just be very strong in general anyway, right? It's very hard for the goons to fight, like, up and down a ramp and, like, over the high grounds and stuff, so... A little bit unfortunate. I do think Red had a lot of potential to win this game with this very, very kind of fun strategy here. Kind of shows you the power, potentially, of carriers in PvP. And here we go. Orange is going to be pushing into the natural of Red. Going to get a couple Storms down as well onto the carriers and just kind of soften them up. Storm also does pretty well against carrier just because it does kind of get the same range about as the Interceptors. So GG going to be called right before we get a couple more mind controls. And Galio going to take the first game and go up 1-0. GG. Alright, just give me one moment. Alright. Alright, a nice standard PvP for game 1. Okay, I think I have a couple of people offering to help me cast now. Which is fantastic. Might get him here, get his audio right, and good to go.
Hey, hey.
Yo, yo. And you have like an actual mic today.
Yeah. Jesus, I'm still waking up.
You just now woke up?
Yeah, for another competition I might participate. While I still urge every viewer to watch the amazing Azhi the Colosseum. Sorry, still waking up. The anonymous tournament. Jesus.
You're good.
I'm on 3 hours sleep.
It's a new ocean. Yeah, I appreciate you hopping in. I know you're tired. Save me a little bit because me solo casting when I know the players, it's a bit rough. I think we did all right for the first game.
Simple, you are very good, dude. And viewers, you hopped into the right Twitch. It's a really good one. Azhi is a real one. So, Jesus, let me get a shirt because it's freezing cold over here in Germany. And I literally, the first thing I did when waking up was checking Discord. Man, I'm a sad human being. Seeing that you're a solo cast and then messaging you. Give me maybe a minute and then we can go.
Yeah, take your time. No problem. Worst might be offering to help cast some too, which should be nice. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, Worst will hop in here and help for a couple games. Yo.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's not like I'm paying you guys, so there's no obligation to cast a certain amount. I'll try to
We
pay in
do
the
what we
future,
can.
but when I was like setting this all up, I didn't have any funds, and then I got some later, and then there'd already been some casting, and I was like, I don't know if I should start retroactively paying or not. So,
Okay, brother, let's go.
all right, so
Let's
just
go in the ocean.
real quick, so the
Oh my
screen you're
god,
watching,
the one and only worst.
yeah, it'll be new and worse for a couple games. I guess your tournament starts in 30 minutes, right?
I don't think if worst is participating.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I meant New Ocean.
Ah,
All right,
Let's
worst.
go, Azhi.
what's that?
What amazing
Let's go.
casters! I'm a big fan.
Okay, we're
Okay,
going up into it. Just make sure you guys are looking at the right screen. The one that has my like overlay right now is the one you want to be watching. The other one's just so you have sound. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. I'm gonna hand it over to New Ocean and Worse, a couple of very tired sounding Europeans. So enjoy the cast.
I have all my excitement here for this. All right. Let's see what Galio. Wait, who won the last game? It was Galio, not the guy with the carriers, unfortunately. Although I would have liked to see that. So we have Galio in the bottom right and Pantheon in the top left, currently down one map. Did you watch the first game in the ocean? Did you see what happened? Or...
Worst. I'm awake since 3 or 4 minutes.
That's okay. So this yellow Protoss might be your favorite because he went 2 gates. And then he had to deal with carriers and he won and he made Dark Archons just like you do. So this is the kind of game we're expecting here. I hope we get to see some of that again.
Crazy. But let's hope that he didn't mind control the other Dark Archons and feedback him, but could just mind control carriers.
I'm wondering if Red is gonna go for a 2-gate because that pylon seems really close to the ramp.
It's a 2-gate. Take my money.
Yeah, this is a good 2-gate map, I think, especially because those minerals on the ramp, you can mine them for free. They have 0 actually.
Oh.
So no, I don't. Nobody knows who the players are, Martin. But I am participating in the guessing part, so I have my thoughts. I have my opinions. But yeah, looks like it's gonna be a 2-gate. We're actually scouting cross, or maybe maybe not. I guess this is some very unique, esoteric builds that we're watching right now. I guess we're just gonna put down Nexus. This guy plays like fucking... what was it? The guy played in BSL by Axter, doesn't he?
The best are the casters, as usual. We were not good enough to play in the tournament, but we're happy to cast. Or maybe you are participating, Worst. Who knows?
Who knows? Looks like
Oh my
we're just
god,
gonna go back
End
to this.
Scout by Pantheon, man.
Yeah, this is yeah, he probably didn't expect
I
this.
think it's a stupid choice to do the End Scout as in PvP. What do you think about the End Scout?
I mean, he probably saw the fact that he got scouted so fast and he assumed that he has to be close spawn. But if you're wrong and if you make this wrong assumption, you're not getting in most of the time. And that's quite bad because, I mean, brothers can just go one Zealot Citadel if they wanted to in this scenario.
You could go fast TTs, but he's going for 2 gates now.
Yeah. This Zealot, it would be hilarious if this Zealot actually did damage in a cross map scenario. But it's getting in here and the goon is not done. So let's see.
Ooh.
I don't know why we lost the pro though. I wish that would have gone home. Good micro by yellow so far. Just pulling the
Man,
probes back.
that's a classic example where someone has the better
Yeah.
strategy, the more luck, but the other one is craft-wise so much better.
Yeah, that was a good defense. It looks like the probe got in as well, so we're gonna see and know exactly what's happening. This is kind of an odd choice, I think,
But
because it's
Gallia
cross
won
map.
last game. Crazy. Have you watched last game, Worst?
Yeah, I told you, man. That he played 2 gates, and then he had to play against carriers, and he made mind control. But my brain is really confused because
man.
I swear they had the exact opposite colors last game. It was red and yellow, but the other way around. Yeah. Okay, oh, it looks like Hilo's going for DTs. I kind of like that. And there is no Robo, and Citadel is already done. This might be a quick game.
It's
We're just
three
gonna go
gate
for a
even.
third gate? No, this might be a Robo close to the ramp. Let's see. Oh, it is gonna be a Robo.
Nice.
Oh,
Worst Radamus.
yeah, there is. I would say, if I had to choose, I would prefer to be yellow here every time. But
Yeah.
maybe this timing can do something because we have to cut units here, and we're only on 1 gate, so we can only make 1 DT.
You have the dent.
Yeah, but this is 5 goons, 4 goons and 1 zealot against 5 goons, and we're only making 1 DT, so we're either defending here or we're sending it across the map. You
Yeah,
can't
but
do both.
anyways, you have the expansion.
Yeah, that's true. You can probably
You
just
have
get away
the
with the
dent.
expansion.
I would take 10 out of 10. Like the one game where Azhi Dahaki won PvP against Worst, he also played. Just. Oh my god, one has ranged, one has not.
Ah, did he not get range? I feel like he must have. The Steve was not the fastest. Oh, we're just gonna cancel. Okay. Interesting. That kind of changes things. I guess the DT is
Let's
gonna go across
take
the
this.
map, but
Oh, is he seeing it?
it doesn't
He's
matter.
absolutely
He made an
clueless.
observer.
Yeah, but
Or-
still he's clueless
He does see it.
about.
No. He pulled the goons back. He's gonna block the ramp, so he must know. Wow. What a turn of events. I thought Yellow was doing fine.
He
But
was
yeah, now
doing fine until he didn't.
we're just expanding behind this, and I guess Red's gonna just go home here and accept the advantage that he has. And there's not much. Oh, we might go counter DT. That's so smart. I like that. Oh, I feel like that's how this game is gonna end. We're just gonna get. There's no way. Oh, he does make a forge. Wow, I'm impressed. Maybe I'm just too tired. I would never make a forge here. I would feel behind. I will just greed. You know, you have to risk something to get back in.
Yeah, but I think. Man, yellow is craft-wise really good. I mean, I have to like red, man. Like red is craft-wise really not the smartest cookie. Yet.
The ocean, man. You're flaming these poor players. You don't even know who they are. Who knows?
No,
who you're
I like
flaming?
him. I'm a big fan. I'm just stating facts. Like his craft-wise not the fastest, the best, but man, his strategy is so good. I like him a lot, man.
Yeah, the only redeeming quality Red has is that he's winning.
But that's the most important one.
Yeah. I can't disagree. Okay, so we are gonna go into
By the way,
DT, but there's cannons.
The smart decision making and all, I would think that it's ranged, but ranged is like craft-wise an artist, so it can't be ranged.
The problem is, I've seen one Reaver in the last 2 games, so I don't know, man. And the last series that I don't know, I guess I don't remember which one of these Protoss played against the 12 Nexus guy, or if the 12 Nexus guy won. But anyway, there was another series in the round of 16 where we didn't see much Reavers either. So I'm pretty sure Ranger likes his Reavers, so I would be surprised if this was him.
Yeah, but I also was in the Gooseheaded Discord and was watching games of him, and he was raw dogging without Reaver like multiple times.
Yeah, well, I guess he's resourceful in that sense. Oh, this Alps is not gonna get away.
He's getting away.
Oh, wow.
Run, little buddy, run! Never look back.
Oh, you're just gonna take a third. That's crazy.
I like that guy, man. I like.
Oh, now. Holy
Oh
shit, it's a
my
Dark
god!
Archon. This could be anyone. This could be all of South America right now. I've seen them do this all the time. I've lost too many people who did this to me off of these DT builds. We're just gonna feed back the High Templar, and he's gonna win the fight now because of it probably.
Or
But
mind control the shuttle.
yeah, that would be. I saw G5 do that once against someone, either ranged or doodle, and it's still one of my favorite PvP games I've ever seen. And just used the shuttle against him after he took it away. But we know there's no shuttle, so we're just gonna feed back two of the Templar, and of course we're still ahead in workers. So really, we could be doing anything. But I like the third base. It's an interesting choice.
It's also such a big position, like just taking the position alone is so helpful.
Yeah. This TT is so close to scouting this, but we're down on the low ground, so we don't actually know that this is happening yet.
And the
Oh, now we
observatory,
know.
everything is so smart.
I think the
He's
TT
bec-
walked up
and
there.
he's clearing 3 o'clock, nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
At least in my games, when you have an exciting middle game and then there's that one DT getting the third or fourth probe. Are any upgrades coming?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
plus
just started
one.
plus
For
one.
both. We have it
No.
on the left corner. Both are getting +1 right now.
No, red has plus one already. Yellow
Red
just
has-
started it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I like that guy even more. Let me tell you. Another Protoss that goes greedy straight for upgrades, man.
This
Love
is really interesting because I don't see a lot of people who play Zealot Archon with no Templar and like low goon count.
The
This
only
is-
one I know who is doing it is Bonneth, but it's not Bonneth Micro.
No, I know who this is now, but I cannot say because I don't want other people to figure it out. But I have an idea now. Anyway, looks like Yellow is gonna try and engage and fight instead, but we're down 40 supply. The Dark Archon goes down though, but we just don't have enough units, man. I like to snipe the target fire on the Dark Archon though, that was sick.
Yeah, yellow is an artist when it comes to mechanics.
Yeah, I
Also,
guess you could
really
say
nice
that.
storms.
Yeah, some of these were good, but we're just microing 5 goons against 25 units, so not even.
It's not his.
how-
Yeah, but that's not his micro's fault. It's just
Yeah, of course.
game is straight over. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Man, I walk up to the absolute right game.
Yeah, you would have
Also, the
loved
fight
last
was +1 against.
one. Yeah, we just had nothing going for us. We were behind on every metric, sadly. And this might just do it. We're not even fighting with our entire army, but we don't need to. Half our army is just good enough to kite us out.
But nice
Mm.
focus of the Archon, but it doesn't even
Yeah,
remotely matter.
Yellow should be tapping out anytime here.
Man, that must be rough. Also the expanding behind it. Man, Jalio is a good dude.
He's a good dude. Yeah, you can say that. We don't know who he is. Maybe he's not a good dude, but I guess most people are.
If
so-
my son ever starts, non-existing son ever starts to play StarCraft, I want exactly like
You want him to play like this
play as like Galio, man.
Dude,
Good
if my
dude.
son plays like this guy, he's not making it into ESL. Let's just say that. But I
I'm
love his
afraid
playstyle. It's really entertaining, and he did a great job, obviously too. It's a relatively quick 2-0 though. Let's see
Yeah.
what Azhi has in store for us next. I would
By the
love.
mechanically inferior player. Crazy.
It sucks that all the Terrans were so bad that they lost in the first round because we only really get to see 3 of the matchups now. But I hope we get a PVZ here.
The thing is, whoever has the superior race, sometimes they don't try even to win because they know I play Terran, I win anyways. And yeah, then this
I
happens.
guess I guess G5 wants to know what our guesses are. Honestly, I kind of forgot who played who in the first series, like in the round of 16. But it's probable that yellow was Nomad, yeah. And I have my own guess for the winner, but I'll keep that to myself. You guys can take a guess as well.
Message me privately. I don't know.
I will, but after the cast, I don't trust you not to leak it in the ocean. I've seen the way you talk 10 seconds into Azhi's stream, you know? When he told you you shouldn't
Wow.
curse. The reason I'm keeping it to myself is because at the end of the
So
tournament...
much more fun. Everyone can make his or her own thought.
Yeah, but also because at the end of the tournament, everyone can take a guess. And I think the winner gets some money or something. It's not really for the money, but I want to win the guess thing. I feel like I can guess the entire bracket. Yeah, top TV guesses get 15. That's nice. Okay, so back to what's happening
Thanks,
now.
Sun by Moon.
We have a PVZ. Yosha, do you remember these players? I think you casted this series with me, one of these.
Yeah. I think Yumi we casted, didn't we?
Yeah, that was the PvP, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think
it was PvP.
Oh, Yumi did the 12 Nexus. I also thought that was Nomad, so there's two Nomads in here. That is kind of odd.
Everyone who plays weird and is still good is Nomad for you, isn't he?
Yeah, that would make sense. I like this. I like that we're scouting straight after Forge instead of Pylon.
Oh,
I
and
should
we
probably
have
do this.
Overpool?
Yeah, looks like...
In
wait.
theory, you're the PVZ
Nimble.
god.
It's 9 pull, because the Overlord is just above the hatch as the spawn pool finishes, so it's gonna be 6 links going across the map.
Okay.
Damn. D5 with the hot takes. Well, I don't know. There's only so many Protoss players who it could be. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy defense. I'm surprised we're going 9 pull on this map because it's pretty known now that people have been playing it for a bit. Wow, we're gonna go Nexus with 1 cannon. Okay, interesting. But I was gonna say it's pretty known that this map is terrible for gate, and I don't think it's that great for 12 Nexus either, because of course the rush distance is really short. So I'm surprised.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are we just dead? No, okay, that was so close. Wow.
He could have been dead. He was just... And now Yumi is
crazy.
big time ahead.
Yeah,
How
I would say so.
freaking lucky can you be?
This probe is still alive, which is amazing against 9 pool. Just
My
to still have this.
1800 Zergs never are that friendly to me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna hop links over. This is so common on this map, but it looks like Yellow is actually prepared for this. Yeah, if he has watched ASL, he knows what to do here. You wanna click your probe up against the minerals and just attack the links. I've defended this easily this way, and so did Best, I believe, against Soma. So yeah, you just click here and you attack the links, and it's pretty hard to get in. But I think you should have to be a bit closer, maybe. Although, yeah, well, is he gonna get in? Wow, that's that's crazy.
That's fucking illegal.
Yeah, that is insane. And now there's nothing we can do because we cannot prevent the rest of the links from hopping over if
But he's only doing it with one.
yeah, I guess it takes so much APM to do. And Protoss
But,
doesn't
I mean,
know that we gave up and he's just gonna make a cannon against one link. That's really good for Zerg.
Exactly.
I wonder what the follow-up is. Oh, it's just a Hydra then. Of course it is. What else would it be? We're already mining gas with 2 drones. I wonder if that's intentional.
Are you, by the
Oh, no.
way, Moonray?
No, that's Sterling, I believe. Sterling is Moonray's biggest fan, so he just made an account with that name. Yeah.
Nice, hi
Dude,
Sterling.
Protoss
Awesome
has been doing a
12 years of
great
you.
job keeping this probe alive.
Yeah. Yumi is so smart, man. Oh, let me register for the competition. By the way, Sterling, you should too to qualify for another competition.
Honestly, I don't know what happened this game, but everything is so late. Our Stargate is like a minute late. We're behind in workers against 973, even though we lost one Pro Bowl game. I don't know how this went so wrong, but I'm kind of concerned for Protoss right now. Because Hydras are already on the way, or about to be anyway, and we just have nothing. We have 25 workers that we're gonna have to start making cannons on 25 workers, which is kind of a nightmare scenario if you ask me.
Yeah, you're right. He should have. It's always easy to say something from the caster lounge.
Yeah, we are getting a second cannon, safety cannon. This is really nice. I like to see that. Looks like we're at least not gonna die to the first few Hydras, but this is still not great. This sling is still alive, just running around. Looks like Protoss smells something. That's a third cannon, blind. Are you waking up in the ocean? I gotta drink some water.
Yes, that was a good call. Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm sorry that you have now to experience me alone.
It's fine.
Sometimes in
I'm
life you just have bad luck. The cannons are there, I guess, in time. We have 5 cannons. Not much more is trickling in. A lot of Hydras have lost. Oh, don't lose like that.
If we lose the Ser
Don't
too,
lose
that's gonna be
these
really
there.
bad. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's just gonna
And
go for it.
it's all perfect. It's all perfect.
I don't
Yumi
know
is-
if Zer can do this.
I think it's perfect. I'm already saying it's perfect for Protoss.
Oh yeah.
I would never cheer against my race. This
Well,
is good. Oh, don't
we've
sacrifice.
lost all of our zealots though, and we have to make a lot of
Oh
cannons now.
no!
Yeah.
And please make another pylon. Thank you. Listening me here through
Oh.
the replay.
Oh, this
Oh,
is gonna
someone
be
is
tricky.
choking hard.
If Zer goes after killing this, I don't know if he can defend. We have the
He
probes
can't.
out front, but
He
this
can't.
is Hydras are the most broken units, so he's just gonna tap the
Can't.
cannons with shift click. Yeah, that's it.
Why did you have to throw so many zealots into the bin? I don't get it. And
Yeah.
does he even have another forge?
No, I don't think he does. It doesn't look
matter.
like it. Yeah, we cannot even add cannons, but we have zealot speed, but we have one zealot, so this is all she wrote, man. Wow, that was
Yeah, but it's a very deserved loss, that we can say.
yeah. Looks like we're
GG.
gonna GG out. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We even blocked a 9 pull so well with one cannon, and things slowly started falling apart.
I have an idea who that Zerg might be.
Who do you think it is?
I think
It
it's
could
Hawk.
be. No, Hawk doesn't. I don't know if Hawk plays builds like this a lot. He actually
I think it
complains about
was
having to.
flawlessly executed. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Zerg was good for sure.
remember how he said recently, like, it's the cheese meter, I have to play more cheeses. And then
Yeah,
here
but
we see a 973.
no, yes, that did look like Jim, and I agree with G5. It's an aggressive Zerg with high PM that's also good at controlling units, which really narrows it down. I don't think this is Hawk because Hawk. I don't know if Hawk would play in this, but if he would, I don't think he would play like that. I would be surprised if he did. But maybe we can get a few more insights in this game too. Actually, Hawk was complaining because he says this meta is boring. He prefers the macro games instead of just cheesing. But at this point, 973 is so common. Can you even call it cheese? You know, it's like Proxygate. It's a macro build.
And it's actually not even bad because whatever happens, Zerg stays ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have the superior race, the strongest race. While everyone cries about Protoss being imber, while always getting punched down.
Are we going for a 12 Nexus this time? It looks like we are, yeah. And this is not the worst map for it either. Not to mention with a cross map, which is gonna make this pretty big advantage for Protoss, because Zerg is going for Overpool. Or no, he's gonna go for a Forge. Never mind, I'm disappointed. I wanted to see a tool next. We're just gonna scout after Forge. I don't know of any Protosses who do this, but I don't really pay attention to their PVZs, so maybe I should. Actually, it's gonna be a single scout too. We're not even double scouting. That is ambitious, let's say.
Man, it's so great to talk with you. Like you cover all the theory, where I'm not the biggest
Yeah.
professional on. So I have the easy position to give like some smart or dumb comments. Love it. Oh, and he goes greedy. I like it.
Yeah, we're just gonna make a Nexus before the cannon.
Now, not completely greedy, like, okay, he went to 13 ropes and then he was afraid of links popping up.
Yeah, this is really pretty good for Protoss. It's a lot more economical than scouting on Pylon and on Forge, like you see most of the time. So I like this. This is a good start. 240 gas.
I for sure know that the Protoss ain't Semi.
Why would you say that?
Because Semi has... oh, G5 thinks this is more Nomad than the other game.
Yeah, this is the third Nomad game so far. Yeah, the point is to guess who's who, but we get, after the tournament ends, we get the player list, and then you can just kind of make up the bracket. Of course, it's a lot easier for us to guess right now, because we kind of have an idea how everyone plays. But yeah, because Azhi is going to make the list public, we're going to know who the 16 participants were, and you just have to assign them to the games at the end. We have a lot of money. Is the core starting anytime soon? Yeah, okay, the core's gonna go down in the NAT. It looks like we have a good core timing. What's Zerg doing? Lair, okay. That's new.
Moon the Myth 1990. Man, Sterling is such a legend.
It's a pretty
I
good
love it.
idea.
Yeah. By the way, that chat here is really awesome all over the place. Also, like, average MMR is over like 2,100.
No, in this tournament it's like 1900 plus. He said the lowest MMR guy is 1900. But also G5 said that was TT1 versus Primal, and that's so fucking funny. But which one of them was Primal? That's my question.
I don't know if Primal is so tricky, and like if he is, it would be so like shoutouts to him. But
it's rather unlikely that any of those were Primal.
Dalia was like an artisan of strategy and decision making.
Well, there is one argument to be made in favor of it being Primal, which is the Protoss who lost had rather odd build choices, and Primal doesn't really play one of the matchups. It's kind of like the Terrans did, that dodge TVT like Jinjin, you know? So that is possible. Yeah, we have an AFK drone. That kind of hurts, considering we're playing Spire. Damn.
Dude who lost. But the dude who lost had... well, maybe. Like, Primal has good mechanics, hasn't he?
I don't think anyone would say that, but he does win against a lot of people.
Yeah, but based on what? I think it's at the end of the day based on mechanics.
Fragment isn't good at anything. Okay, thank you for if it was only me saying it, maybe it would have come off as rude. But I know I can count on you guys. Okay, Corsair is gonna get here just as the Spire is done. We should know that this is Spire and cancel that cannon, the Nat. We can look at the map, I guess. We haven't cancelled it.
Oh my
That is
god.
not the biggest deal, but we probably should have. I'm
Two
pretty sure Protoss
overlords are
scouted.
dying, aren't they?
No, there should only be one. The Scourge are already halfway done, and we haven't really scouted the main, so we don't even know the timing of this. If this Scourge, if this Corsair doesn't turn
But I
back,
think
we're just
it's
gonna die.
brilliant in the new meta. Man, this game is already a promising good one.
Oh, we are gonna get a second overlord. That is... No, what? Okay, thank
He
God.
is-
Thank God. Are you watching the stream? Are you not watching? Oh damn, the cursor is gonna go down anyway. That is so sad.
I wanted to catch up with the chat. Yeah, I am. Let me go back.
Yeah, just watch the
Ah.
Discord one. It's...
But losing the first or one of the first courses
Corsairs.
is always so painful.
Yeah, and now we have no idea what Zerg is doing, and Zerg's just gonna go Hydra speed and make Hydras already. And we have to
So
make a choice.
disgusting that you even can win with that you are allowed to win with only one unit type.
Yeah, you know
Only
how
one
bad...
race can pull that off.
You know how bad this situation is right now? Doodle told me pro players are sacking their second Corsair to confirm what Zerg is doing, either Mute or Hydra, because you just have no way to scout right now. We have no idea what Zerg is up to, and no way to get this information. But I think we're just gonna keep making Sairs, which unfortunately he flipped the coin wrong, because this is just gonna be Hydras.
This
And when we
matchup
did-
is so broken at the current state. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. But while we do have Storm, it would have been a lot nicer if we just didn't need to make the extra Corsairs, because they're not going to be that valuable here. Especially if just Zerg rams 24 Hydras up our ass in a minute. You know?
Really nice upgrades.
You mean +1?
Overlord speed, armor
Oh,
on
for
the,
Zerg.
for the overlords. Like everything is going. I think Zerg is right now getting into a beautiful position.
Yeah, Zerg is
Getting
good.
Hydra, all you need.
I will say this is not Jimin. You know why? Because he's still in the game at 9 minutes and he hasn't all in, and that is what Jimin is most commonly known for. So we can cut someone out from the list. This is a good timing too. He's gonna be here at 9 minutes, which is exactly what you want. And Protoss doesn't have any units to deal with this. I hope our Templar are finished, because if they're not, we might just be dead right here. Yeah, but they're not, and they're not gonna have energy either for this.
It's NDTs, but there's already Overlord.
No, we have Overlord speed. And there's only 2 cannons, but yeah, we can't actually
You
run
can
in them.
count on the ditch.
Yeah, on the ditch, exactly. This is kind of a saving grace here. It's kind of hard to kill these buildings, so I think Protoss is gonna be fine. But we had to make a lot of cannons, man. Oh wow,
I
this
think
is a
you
good catch.
didn't have to do, because he's pushing all with only the couple of zealots.
No, this is a
Cancel
common
the-
response here.
Nice.
Like, at least you want like 3 or 4, at least to my knowledge, because anyway, on normal maps. Maybe on this map you can greed, but this Zerg has been pretty aggressive so far. How are the Corsairs doing, by the way? Did they get any
Oh
kills?
my-
That's 7 Corsairs, wow.
How many
we
kills
really-
do they have?
Not a lot. Maybe we can kill some overlords here as they fly in.
I
But
think he
there
has a
aren't
lot of
any.
kills. Look at the amount of supply that's free.
Yeah, and Zerg is floating a lot of money, so maybe they got some. Maybe we're just both really tired and didn't see. 4 or 5 is good, yeah. We're gonna list 2, but we have +1, so we can kill these Scourges here if we actually focus them. Oh no, yeah, never mind. Zerg has +1 Carapace as well, so we just... yeah, exactly. We're gonna lose one more.
But only
10
one.
overlords in production, holy shit, 12
I
overlords.
think he lost more than 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Someone
yeah.
is triggered as hell.
Oh my god, look at him. He has 126 max supply. Yeah, double forge in the main as well. I like
But
that.
not running. And he has
But it's not even spinning, yeah. And we're still on +1. That is not great. But I would still favor Protoss here. We have everything we need. We have to tech. Our upgrades are late, but we delayed Zerg so much, and Zerg was. Is the stream lagging? Is it me? No, it's fine. Okay.
But he's
Anyway.
getting seven muter. I think it's
Yeah,
a very
yeah.
smart decision.
I think that's a good choice, but we really gotta keep this Scourge alive because Protoss still has 4 Sears. Yeah. Is there a cannon in the main in the NAT? I
Oh.
guess that would be nice to know. There
The
is. Yeah, okay,
tournament
that's
is
good.
starting. I have to leave.
Yeah. That is
It was
very
an honor to
unprofessional,
cast
Neo.
with you.
I'm happy you were here too.
Keen, you want to hop in and replace him to help out?
Alright. Until that happens, looks like the meter's gonna fly in, and we only have 1 Templar here, and it's just
bye,
gonna go
guys.
down.
Bye, Azhi.
Yeah,
Bye, Russ.
yeah.
See you, man.
I guess we could just fly in and snipe the rest as well, and this was huge. Yeah. Okay. We do take damage, and we are gonna lose the mutas, but 3 Templar is not bad. I think that's okay, at least. Especially because we're also getting our fort up. But this position is hard to break, so I'm not expecting Zerg to go for any attacks here. That was... Zerg is actually a pretty bad position, if you ask me. Hi, Keen.
Hello.
Yeah, definitely not Jimin. I would have thought this might have been Ziki, but now I'm not so sure anymore. I thought that when I saw the round of 24. No, I have nothing now, man. I don't know. We're just gonna lose our force as well. It's Joker.
It's clearly not Jimin, because I believe this guy played as ZVT in the first round. And he didn't play, like, Jimin just has his signature, like, Guardian Hydra build that he does every single game.
Yeah, and it's not Jimin because this game is still going and we didn't all in.
And he's kind of sloppy too. He was pretty sloppy with those the Hydras around 9 minutes.
Yeah. The game 1 was a lot better than this game. We're trading somewhat fine here, but I don't know if it's enough. Although Protoss has nothing left, man. At least with this standing army. Dude, this is an odd game. Yeah, we're still on +1 against +2 attack. Our upgrades are so late. I believe is the first spinning? Yeah, okay. +1 armor finally just finishes now. But we only started one of the 2 upgrades, so we could have had +2 or +1 by now, but we don't. And yeah, this army is just gonna get cleared, and we have like 1 Templar right now. Damn.
Yeah, getting a mineral-only third isn't really what you want to do in PvZ. You really, really want to get that third gas so you can start pumping High Templar like crazy. So he's in kind of an awkward transitional period right now.
Oh, Zerg's just gonna move across the map, I guess. And there is a chance, especially if he pulls Protoss out of position like he did now. We're just gonna walk up here for free. But I don't know if this is enough, man. This is like, what, 20 Hydras against 20 Zealots? Yeah, we're just gonna head right back home. That was it. We killed 2 cannons. It's time to evacuate.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna pick off some Hydras here too, which... See, this is... I think the Zerg is decent, but he's probably like... low A, you know?
Yeah.
Not like the most solid of players, because he's just bleeding a lot of units here.
Yeah. This was a bit of a sloppy game, actually. Zerg looked really, really good in game 1, so I don't know. I'm really confused right now as to who this might be. I know Azhi, by the way, Keen, Azhi told me you're also really invested into the guessing part of it, as am I. So,
yeah, I'm gonna win $15 for sure.
No, there's no way, dude. I have this shit locked down. I have guesses for everyone, and I thought up until I started the casting today that they were good guesses. Now I'm just rethinking everything, so I don't know, man.
I have to watch the
Lurker, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, so Zerg is also in like a pretty bad spot right now, honestly, because Protoss is just now getting this 4th up, which is really good for him, and Zerg is getting his 4th up actually after. Like losing that 4th was pretty bad. And he's just
huge storm as well.
Yeah. Even putting pressure on this 3rd. I mean, so attacking up this hill isn't the greatest, but he can just move back right now. You should, like, once those lurkers burrow, you should just...
We gotta burrow, yeah, okay. We're losing lurkers, man. We're kind of bleeding units, yeah. Not optimal, but we're still gonna hold because, I don't know, Protoss is attacking with, like, really small armies all the time. And we're still only using one of the forges. That's, yeah, that's kind of not ideal. This Queen's Nest is also really late. And we're just gonna go for a 5th, wow. Okay, that is a lot of bases, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna start seeing a surge in Yumi's like High Templar production. He's probably gonna lose this, it looks like, but actually, wow, I'm surprised he didn't cancel that Nexus. This is kind of awkward, but
we're not even canceling the cannons, man. Cancel the cannons.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know if he did. I hope he did. Okay, nice snipe on that. I can't tell, man. What's happening? Who's on paper, Protoss should be ahead, but Zerg's getting upgrades. Okay, we're just gonna try and expand in the corner. Okay, that is interesting.
Classic.
Protoss really wants a 5th, man. They really want that 5th base. Dude, we're not even mining the 4th base. That is, yeah. We have so many drones in our 3rd base, and it's getting kind of close to mined out as well.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. He has like, it feels like all of his drones are there. Like his natural doesn't look very well saturated. I don't know what his main is looking like, but
yeah,
the 3rd is actually mining out faster than the natural.
Oh no! And we're gonna pull the few drones that we have. I think Protoss just reminded us that we're not mining our 4th base because of that. So ironically, that might have not been a great moment to send that Zealot in.
And the Protoss is really having a hard time attacking the Zerg army because he's still so low on upgrades and he just doesn't have any High Templar right now.
Well, we have 4 bases, but we're spending all our money on cannons, man, so we have no units. Wow. Okay, but I don't know if Zerg can break anything here. Although, dude, if Zerg wins this, that would be absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, he's just now getting High Templar up. They're not even going to be able to connect with the army. This is actually looking really scary for Protoss.
I think we're gonna lose a 3rd base. There's nothing here. There's so many units for Zerg at home as well, and we're kind of like soft containing. Protoss doesn't even have Templar energy, so we're gonna have to wait forever to get these storms up. Well, I guess they're almost done, so not too much. But we're just running through the Lurkers, but the Lurkers are not targeting the Templars, so they're just gonna get away. Wow. Okay. Lots more units coming, but there is also still a lot of units at home that we haven't sent yet. I think if Zerg had all those units, Protoss would be dead right now. Are we mining our 4th? We're still not mining our 4th, man. But Protoss is taking a 5th right now, wow.
Yeah, of course, making like 8 cannons there before before even making the Nexus.
Yeah, the classic. Yeah, that base is not gonna die, but the rest of them might. We're adding Reavers already, okay. That's good, but we need units, man. We're spending so much money on cannons. I don't know. Good storm. This Zealot has done so much, by the way.
I don't think I know any Protoss who plays quite like this with all of these cannons.
I got nothing, man. I got absolutely nothing. Great snipes in the Templar.
I have a hunch it might be some sort of like low to mid A rank European Protoss, because I'm not very familiar with most of the Europeans.
Yeah, I don't know if there are that many European Protosses in the Discord at all. It's like Mazur, and I can't think of anyone else except like, you know, the high end like Barnes, which is I would never insult Barnes like that. So
this is definitely not Barnes.
Yeah.
I know that much. Scratch that one off the list.
The Zerg supply relative to Protoss is still really good, but we have so many units at home, and we're still not sending those units over there.
And yeah, it's like he just forgot those units.
Yeah, I think we did.
And it's also like he forgot about 6 o'clock, because 6 o'clock there are still no drones mining
Oh my
minerals.
god, man. We're about to mine out in all of our bases. Look. The third is mined out as well. But we sent the drone somewhere. And we
Yeah, well,
only
I
have like
mean,
7 drones. Okay, we sent them bottom left. Okay, there's that. We have 1 base mining. I guess 2.
yeah, this Zerg has some serious tunnel vision problems for sure.
This game's hard, man. There's so much stuff to do.
It is. It's a very tough game. I'm
Dude,
sure
this
this
probe
Zerg-
transfer is gonna go to the bottom right for free. That is so sad. 2 lurkers here, and we could blast all of these for free. Oh man, I really hope this game is not gonna be 50 minutes, because Azhi baited me into a third game. He just started it when I said I want to cast 2, but I don't want to leave mid-game. Yeah,
Well,
it's possible this is Keen and he's throwing us all off. It's not unlikely.
You know, when I saw all those hydras getting just dying for free, I was like, damn, is this me? You know, like this could be me.
Yeah, the thing is, Protoss finally got their bases up, and we don't need any more cannons, so we can actually spend our money to make units, which we're doing well. So Protoss is just exploding in supply, while Zerg is still only mining on 2 base. I guess 3 if you count the net, but I wouldn't really count the net.
And Zerg is slowly taking the rest of the map. They're getting that bottom left natural up, and
we're not mining this third gas or whatever.
This contain is honestly doing its job too. Like, it's not even really a contain, because there are multiple paths for the Protoss to get out, but the Protoss is just taking the bait and attacking this contain for no reason.
Yeah.
Like a bull, you know?
Okay, he heard you. We're gonna go around finally. No, I don't think this is PB.
The only thing that makes me think that it might not be PB is the fact that he started, I believe, with like a 9-pool in game 1 and went 9-7-3, which I...
No, PB does 9-pool. He used to play 9-pool exclusively for a while, but I have never
really?
seen him play 9-7-3, that's true. Okay, we're just gonna go around with, I think, at least some of our army, and Zerg's finally just now reacting. We have defilers, we have crack probably, or it should be done by now. But there's nothing here. And we have a lair. Why is there a lair here? What the fuck?
Did he make two lairs?
Okay, this is pretty big though. The hatcheries are gonna go down, but we're getting collapsed on, man. Dude, Protoss gonna lose this entire army. I'm pretty sure anyway, because it's kind of split
What the
up.
fuck? What is going on?
The second hive, holy shit. Okay,
That's
yeah.
That's some intense misclicks, man. That's crazy.
You wanted more HP? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, this army is gonna slowly get chipped away at, and Zerg is gonna be able to clean this up, but Protoss has so many bases, man, that I'm not sure if it really makes that much of a difference, especially if we end up splitting the map. But what if there are counters right now? Is there anything left at the third phase? Well, there's no minerals anyway, so I guess the answer is no. We really should be going to the top right. I would love to see some drops right now. I don't think there's that much there to defend if we were to drop. Yeah, again, Forge is not spinning, but we might be on +3. Attack at least, maybe, please. Yes, okay, we at least have that, but we should continue the upgrades. Okay, this base is gonna go down.
Yeah,
the Rove's gonna live though. Okay,
but
finally
stopping
shot
Protoss
us.
from completing the like map split is nice, at least.
Yeah.
And Zerg should make it really, really hard for Protoss to take.
Oh no, these probes.
Yes.
Okay, but there's still so many probes that I don't think if it matters at all, actually.
Yeah, the Protoss still has a healthy probe count, especially considering they're mined out.
Dude,
you know,
everyone is bleeding so many units. What is going on this game, man? We're just losing. I can't keep track of this, and neither can the players or the observer. Nobody can keep track of this.
Yeah, this is definitely a low A game, I would say.
It's entertaining. I think I would really love to see drops, man. I'm just gonna say it again, because Protoss is so split across all of their bases that we just have like 20 supply in the corner just contained. What happened to that shuttle anyway? There was a shuttle flying, did it? I guess we never ended up using it, we just defended the space, yeah.
It's going to be really hard to crack any of these Protoss bases now, though. I agree. Like, he should be definitely researching drop at least, because that's kind of mandatory late game, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it does look like it's going to be going into the very late game. Zerg still has a couple bases they can take.
Dude, we're taking so much damage from 3 lurkers. What is going on? Look at this army. We're just running through
my
2
gosh.
lurkers. Holy shit.
Just running through all that, taking so much free damage. That's kind of
huge
insane.
plague on the Reavers as well. 3 Reavers get plagued. Zerg supply is pretty low. I don't think we ended up remaking those hatcheries anywhere, so we just have no production right now. Oh, we are now, yeah. But it's a bit late. This army is gonna get cleared from Zerg. We're not even making units. We have so much larva everywhere. But it's still a ridiculously good trade because we're just walking into the lurkers.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised more units didn't die there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Zerg seems to... Azhi just pointed out that there is like just 3 larvae at all the hatcheries down at 6 o'clock. And it's like the Zerg still forgot about those. He never...
Huge. 3 Reavers go down, man.
Never hotkeep them.
Wow.
He's just not even using all of his hatcheries.
Yeah, we're not mining gas with 3 drones on the lower net, and also not at 6 o'clock, I believe, still, unless we fixed it. Yeah, we're not, which really hurts. You can see that in the mineral supply, like mineral income as well. We have so many minerals and so little gas. Finally, even more hatches are gonna go up. I would love for Zerg to take this base at 9 o'clock, because if we end up splitting the map, this extra base is really all Zerg needs to win.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely.
Good snipe on the shuttle too.
Another thing is that, like you mentioned, the Zerg is he's doing better on supply now, but he's still lower than the Protoss, even though he can get up in supply. I think it's a big mistake that a lot of Zergs make in late game to keep throwing units away when they're lower supply. I think it's much better to get up to like 200 and then go in for some sort of attack.
Yeah, the 200 Zerg army is unstoppable, man. Not even siege tanks can beat that, and that's how you know it's strong. This is a really small force by Protoss though, and yeah, we're just gonna get pushed back. Zerg has such good map vision though, so we see everything that happens. And I don't know, I think Protoss just has to sit there and just drag it out to 2 hours from here on and make me not be able to go to sleep. That's about the only thing we got. Yeah, Zerg's finally gonna take the 9 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, if Zerg does a good job of keeping their supply high, there is no way we can ever go anywhere on the map. I don't know if I like this. The Protoss finally has their army together, so we're kind of trading poorly. And
I
so
think
many defilers running again.
This was a huge mistake, just wasting units again. I mean, he knows the Protoss army is right there, so it can sandwich them, and there was already High Templar and Reavers there. Even without the Protoss army coming from behind to sandwich that, it probably would have been cleaned up pretty easily.
Yeah, and now we're gonna concede tempo on the map, and Protoss finally has an opportunity to move out because of that. That's a good plague, and I think we still have a defiler at the top, although it's probably gonna go down soon. Yeah, it's getting chased by a zealot or something. Yeah, we have so much money, man. We have so many hatcheries. I think I'm sure we can end. Yeah, that's the defiler. We can kill this army. We just gotta make some stuff right now. But even so, Protoss hasn't made upgrades in so long. We're really struggling to trade efficiently at all against Zerg, even as we're maxed. Also, whoever this Protoss is, they really hate shield upgrades, which I don't know why. Yeah, as I say that, he finally starts +1 shields, but it's quite late.
Yeah, 30 minutes did not even have 3-3. Oh, okay, well, he does have armor, but no shields, like
yeah.
But yeah, it is pretty late for no shields too. I mean, having that 3-3-3 makes Protoss units so beefy. It's so frustrating to attack.
Yeah, and you
late
can
game.
see, even though we're max, we can't win well, we can never win a fight against Zerg at this stage. Zerg's so broken, man. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like overall Protoss is pretty screwed because as long as we can't get the 9 o'clock up, we're never winning a fight, man. Like, the only way we are is if Zerg keeps running in like this and giving away.
Yeah,
We're gonna plague that. Please plague the Reavers. Come on. Ah, we were just about to do it. Damn.
I'm a little disappointed. I guess would be the word. I'm disappointed in Protos's army composition too. Like he's making a lot of zealots still, and zealots aren't really what you want late game. You want to be far more like Archon, High Templar, DT heavy.
I think it's somewhat okay. You gotta dump your minerals into something. But yeah, I agree. The more gas units you can make, the better. But we do have a lot of units actually. I guess at some point you gotta just invest in more cannons. Maybe at this base. This base is gonna go down again. And Protoss has so many units on the map. He's trying to go to the bottom left, but I don't know if he can, man. We really need like every single unit if we want to be able to do this. Otherwise, the rallies are just gonna keep killing us.
I think top left is going to just fall right now. Once he stops attacking that lurker egg.
Well, we would have needed a defiler, which we don't have. So I guess we're back to defending, and this army is just gonna get sandwiched, man.
I think
This is only zealots.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
Where are all the High Templar? There was 2 High Templar, and one of them just died.
Yeah, I agree. Yumi has to lose just because it's Yumi the champion, and there's no empathy for that. Yeah, this fight's it's not gonna go well, man. We really need some Reavers with this main army, but as I said, I just don't think you can fight Zerg.
I mean, a couple storms they were all right, and Zerg is again because of the rallies just
Oh,
losing
the
all of
rally.
those links for free. But this
Yeah.
is finally getting cleaned up. I do like the initiative. I have to say
Oh,
because
no.
Protoss has been on the
Oh,
back
we're
foot the entire
sending
game.
them through the airports. Okay, thank God. Sorry, Keith.
It's okay. But yeah, Protoss has been on the back foot the entire game, so it's nice to see them trying to actually do something proactive on the map for once.
Yeah, I think I really like drops in this position, especially if you're the faster player. You can really tax Zerg's APM and just get out the workers, especially if you look at the Mindraroni on the left. I think most of Zerg's workers are there right now.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard to stop speed shuttle High Templar drops late game, and you don't even have to be the faster player to do it. Any monkey
Yeah.
could do that.
That one link, by the way, denied the Nexus again, which is, your average link. Oh, this rally, man. At least it's gonna pull the units down. That's good, and they're finally gonna die. We're not really mining though. We gotta start mining these bases again, or there is a chance Protoss brings this back if we don't start mining soon. We're
Yeah,
like
I think
128.
with us, I mean, Xerath just has no minerals left.
Dude, this is wild. Zerg should never lose this game. So many units are coming from the right side, but I don't know. We're still making Hydras. I don't know why we're now going like Lurker Link Defilers. It's so many Hydras. I mean,
But where is Protoss' army? I was expecting this to be a lot larger of an army.
Yeah, we have. I think Protoss forgot about those units in the Mindrar only. They've been here for the longest time too. And we have 2 Reavers there in the shuttle. We just have so much supply, but it's just spread on the entire map. One storm here on these drones would be so sick. I don't know if there's energy.
I'm assuming there isn't.
There is not. That would have been amazing. So many drones here. That's crazy. Finally, Protoss is gonna notice those units at the top, and here comes another wave. But Zerg may have just barely stabilized here, I think. If we had some Reavers with this, man, like the Reavers at 12 or any Reavers, this could be a different story, but we're just running in with a lot of goons, honestly, which is really not the unit you want.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. These might even
Wow.
be B-rank players
Jeez.
with the way that they're just forgetting all of their units constantly.
These lurkers have gotten so much value, man. We don't have the orbs where it has to be, which is really sad. We could have traded so much better. Oh no, these goons. Yeah, there's nothing left in this army. Even the one Muto's coming to help, although it's not gonna contribute much, I guess.
And why goons? Why are you making goons right now? Like that guy should be going towards High Templar.
Yeah, I suppose we were just scrambling to spend our money on anything, and we just defaulted to factory settings. They're okay if we're dealing with Hydras, but Zerg is making so many links that there's just no value to be gained from these units, man. They're just so
Oh,
bad
look
at
at
this
that
stage.
sand. Oh,
Yeah.
feels so good to watch. And he might be able to get the hatchery here, but I'm not even sure. Well, Zerg isn't reacting.
No, it's not even worth it. We're gonna lose like another 12 units just to kill this hatch and 3 drones. But Zerg is up 2 bases. Or, well, yeah, 2 bases, because we also mined the 3 o'clock, so... Well, Zerg has access to 2 bases, is what I should say, because we're not really mining most of them. Okay, Swar would be nice here. Although, that works too. Yeah, we just... Look at this. We have so many units as Protoss, but we just can't kill like 24 links, man. That's the... that's the state we're in. I would
Yeah,
love to see some Dark Archons too. What do you think?
Ozzy keeps pointing out that shuttle with the 2 Reavers at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's really bothering me, the fact that he hasn't noticed it yet.
Yeah, and imagine the player who's played this is gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Shit, man, that was 10 supply. I could have done so much with those Reavers, but I think it's slowly becoming too late. I don't think there's much left. We still have 2 bases mining, but these are so many units for Zerg, man, and there's just nothing we can do. We traded way too inefficiently for the majority of this game. Zerg can just attack us and win. He doesn't even have to split the map.
Those Reavers went down so easily. That's kind of crazy.
That's what Plague does, man.
And yeah, Zerg is finally stabilized, getting that bottom left natural back up. I assume he'll take 3 o'clock pretty soon again. And yeah, I don't think Protoss can do anything. He just doesn't have enough minerals.
Yeah,
none of resources. Like even taking top right, he never had like enough bases like going on at once to like hit a critical mass of high-tech units. Like I said, I mean, just wasting so much money on small armies of zealots and dragoons instead of investing in these units that are way harder to kill. And finally using this shuttle from 12 o'clock. But I don't know, it's just almost immediately going to die. Looks like it's going to take those out at least, but...
It's certainly very late. Okay, this is a good trade, but again, unless we can somehow get 9 o'clock up, there's just nothing. There's just nothing. Zerg's just gonna keep rallying units at us. I don't think Zerg has been past 150 supply this entire game because we were either really low eco, supply blocked, or low on hatcheries. But it was still enough. Yeah, okay. Storm drop coming in on the left. That would be an amazing storm drop. We might just get it. We're not paying attention. This is such a good time to storm, but we are focusing on the fight understandably, so I would love to see this storm drop. It would be at least a little bit redeeming, Nice. That was sick. That was good. Obviously, not gonna make a difference, but it always warms my heart to see drones go down, especially so many of them. Okay, we just have like 20 more. That's fine. We don't have that many minerals, so...
I think that 47 drones is more than enough for the bases that Zerg has right now anyway. Where is all of Protoss' supply? It's hard for me to believe that he's at 152 supply right now.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever you're playing like this, you kind of have to leave like 10 supply at every base. A queen, nice. So whenever you leave like 10 supply at every base, that just kind of adds up. But that's the thing. Once you like go to split map, you really don't have... Okay, there is a parasite, isn't there? Yeah, I thought that was a parasite as well. You really don't have a chance to like attack, is what I was gonna say, because a lot of your supply is tied up to defending. Okay, finally, there it is. That's the parasite. Not that we need it. We have such good map vision anyway.
Yeah,
and
this
Protoss is fighting, man.
Still a close game. I mean, Zerg, like you mentioned, is still very low on supply. Only down to 100 now versus 160, and
Yeah.
just getting decimated by these storms.
It's goons though. I feel like we can just run into this. Can we not? There's just so many Zerg units. Look at them. It's crazy. I mean, Protoss is trying. I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, okay, not the best plague. But even Hydras are fine here against the goons because we have no frontline to tank. We only have like 3 or 4 zealots left, and really, we're just gonna be running out of money soon. While Zerg is still fine. I wonder if we start
Yeah.
mining on the left. Yeah, we have finally. That's good. Okay, let's see the storm. Oh, we're gonna react. Oh, amazing! That was a 6 storm. One more.
Very nice,
Wow.
getting all the drones.
Nicely done.
I think that was like 12 drones.
Yeah. Maybe he has more. I see him going to the net. If he has 2 more storms, that would be. No, the shuttle is just gonna go down. Okay. Dude, Zerg just dropped below 100 supply right now, which is wild considering how good of a position they're in, and we have no money. If we don't kill this army, Protoss might have a chance, which is crazy to think about, considering they were dead last for most of this. I think Protoss just has to bring the Reavers and just fight for the space as much as they can. Just commit everything to this one pocket on the left and do what he can. But yeah, we're on one base finally, so it's only gonna get worse from here. And that's not a lot of minerals anyway.
Yeah. It's really hard for Zerg to come back from this kind of supply late game, though. What he kind of needs to do right now, I think, is just give up 3 o'clock, which would be like he doesn't have any winning choices right now. But I think the best bet would be for him to give up 3 o'clock for a little bit and try to stabilize on supply a little bit. Get a bunch more lurkers and
Yeah,
some
I agree.
more defilers, more plagues.
I agree. There is a world in which we just give 3 o'clock and we just start killing all the main bases and the tech for Protoss, because Protoss does not have the resources to replace their tech and their gateways right now. We really just need to keep plaguing this army because we haven't really used exactly that. If we
Great
keep doing that, we can just slam it down into him eventually. I like the plague DT just getting revealed.
I wouldn't even.
Oh,
I think that's a huge mistake,
nice.
wasting lurkers to try to. Like, there's not even any probes there right now.
Even if you kill all pros, Protoss only needs like 15, 20 pros anyway, so it's not gonna make that big of a difference. This DT is getting some surprisingly good value. Okay, we're gonna go after the Defiler. Defiler's gonna get pushed away and killed. I can't tell what's happening, man. Is Zerg dead? If Zerg is dead, that would be such a ridiculous comeback.
I think Zerg might be dead.
Dude, that is genuinely insane. We just have to sit. Where are we going? Just sit on your side of the bridge, man. So many storms. Defilers coming in. 2 more plagues would be amazing here. I hope you're paying attention. Just GG's out. Wow. Okay, that was a really good game. That is actually wild.
Yeah, both players. It felt like both players were trying to see who could throw the most, but
yeah, at no point did I believe in Protoss, man. I was trying so hard to believe, but oh well. Thanks for casting this with me, Keen. At least the second half. It is time for me to go to sleep, and I think Firslaw is here. Someone else is here, and they can take over.
I'll get a good night's sleep. I know it's super late for you, so.
All right. Thanks for the cast again, and see ya.
See ya.
Your boy Flash is here. What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Are we casting it from Ozzy's perspective, or am I joining a lobby?
We're casting from Ozzy's perspective, so.
Okay, sounds good.
Watch from the stream where you see all his overlays and everything.
Oh, not through the Discord?
Well, the Discord stream where you can see his overlay on the game.
Oh. Okay, I got it. Let's see.
So while we're waiting for the game to start, Flash, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Who do you think your opponent in this tournament was?
That's a good question because I am not in this tournament.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you're telling the truth.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not partake. I've been a little busy, not had enough time to play games, but
You've been dizzy?
busy. Sorry.
Oh, busy. Okay. I'm like, damn, you should go to the doctor.
Yeah, probably if that's happening. All right, so looks like game 3, I guess. I saw the end of game number 2, which looked like a pretty cool split map PvZ.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly good game.
Yeah. So it looks like we're tied 1-1 here. I think these are best of 3s, right? Yeah, look, this says right
Yeah,
there,
they're all
actually,
best
on
of
the,
threes
on the
right
score.
now.
Yeah. So Metropolis here with the Zerg player spawning at bottom right, Protoss spawning bottom left. So horizontal spawn location here actually I think favors Zerg a little bit in this position because Zerg can take the more natural third base location rather than kind of going outside of his natural in a
Yeah,
weird arc.
this map in particular, it's really awkward if you have to like expand in a different order. Like if Protoss was top right and you have to take 6 o'clock for your third, it's like it takes so long to get there, right?
Yeah, and just like, drone transfers or whatever, just super vulnerable. It's very exposed. So Zerg's going to be pretty happy with this. Probe does get the first scout off. Very fast probe. So they should know, Zerg should know that this is going to be a pylon scout. And it looks like no probe going down to the pylon yet. Okay, probe now going down. But it looks like it's going to be a 12 Nexus here, actually, versus an overpool. I know that a lot of Porosses have been doing this. Like, for example, Snow was doing this a lot. But it looks like he's just going to throw down the Forge anyways, even though he's at... Okay, there's the Forge. I know Snow was doing this a lot against Porosses, or sorry, against Zergs, trying to do the you get away with the very fast Nexus.
Yeah, I guess maybe when he saw that it was overpool, he decided to just go Forge.
It's crazy though.
To be a little late.
Yeah, it's crazy because like the pool is done and the Forge is not yet done. So if he had started 6 lings, he just ran them at Protoss, Protoss would have been dead.
That's I think even 6 lings, it would have been fine timing. He might have had to bring some probes, but it would have been fine. So
but the cannon's just started, so we'll see if Protoss can react in time. He's gonna see the lings coming out here.
That late Forge timing was very confusing, though. It almost made if it was 12 next, I would have just called it being Nomad, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the greediness does scream a little bit Nomad to me, but again, I don't know how the games game 1 and 3 panned out. If the Zerg going pretty greedy here with only going 2 lings and no drone scout kind of maybe tells you if this Zerg is someone like I think I don't know who the Zerg players are in this tournament. I don't know if PBJT or if Kava is playing in this, but this feels like maybe Kava would be a little more greedy on the greedier side and not drone scout.
I think when you, as a Zerg, when you see the probe scout that early, like you said, you can just assume that it's Forge first, and 2 lings is totally fine. A lot of Zergs nowadays will still make 4 lings, but I think that's simply to try to kill the probe a little faster.
Okay. Interesting. Second cannon really fast here for the Protoss. I mean, this is a lot of money. 150 minerals this early on in the game. I mean, it's probably delaying his core. Like, I don't see a core yet. He could have it. Gas was started. He's on one pylon. Oh man, this feels like Nomad to me.
It's very strange. Like he's expecting a Lingolan or something, but I don't think the Zerg has done any Lingolans. Just preparing for a Lingolan blind is really inefficient.
Yeah, and also, I mean, he even had the probe out for a long time as well, and the lings were chasing the probe, so it wasn't like, the lings just disappeared and maybe they're threatening some kind of a stab attack here, but probe's not gonna be able to get in. Drone's gonna be positioned just in time. No, it's gonna let the probe in. The probe is gonna get in to see the layer. Actually, really nicely done there by the Protoss player. Very important to get that scouting information. I know a lot of people are complaining about the fact that Protoss has no information in this matchup, basically, but he's able to get the probe out.
Yeah, I don't know what those people are talking about because Protoss has Corsairs, so there you go. There's
Well, it's the it's the early game with the depending on if it's Hydra.
I'm just kidding. But all these Protoss players always whining.
Hey man, you sound a little like Aeon Zerg over here.
Oh god, no, don't say that.
Anyways, we got the first Zealot out here, doing a little bit of micro here. Wow, taking down actually quite low. Does get 2 link kills, but I think it's going to go down. So not the most efficient, but does force out a few extra links, which is always nice for Protoss. You don't want the Zerg to be able to just drone permanently in this matchup.
Yeah, I would like to see Zerg actually has kind of a little bit of oversaturation on his natural right now. He should probably transfer a couple drones and try to get that third up a little faster. But otherwise, we're just going to a standard 3-hatch Spire into 5-hatch Hydra, it looks like. We could potentially go for mutas.
Yeah, we could
Actually, I would love to see mutas. I would love to see mutas because, like you said, getting that second cannon so early, Protoss's tech is pretty delayed. So we might be able to actually establish air superiority very quickly here.
Yeah, and in fact, normally I think Corsair should be like out by around 5:30, 5:40, something like that. So it's
something
very,
like
very
that.
late.
Generally, the Corsair comes out before the Spire is finished.
Yeah, but the fact that Scourge already on the way and the Corsair hasn't even been finished yet is really telling right now. So the Protoss position right now in this game is just a little bit awkward. Like I would not really like their position right now. 3 gateways though for Protoss, even going for the +1 air and weapons upgrade for their Zealots. So this is quite interesting. Normally you just see a second gateway and then they tech into the Templar Archives and everything. But right now we're going 3 gateway. I don't know if this is something like a deviation here, or maybe like a best style where he just throws an extra gateway down and pumps extra Zealots out and tries to catch Zerg off guard.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to try to go for a little sort of timing attack. I mean, his timings are already kind of off, but if Zerg doesn't prepare correctly, which it looks like he will, he's going into Hydra. He's not going mutas. I think he's starting to pump Hydras already, so he should be completely fine with whatever timing, whatever like speed Zealot timing hits. I don't think. Does Protoss even have his Templar Archives building yet? Because this
it hasn't started yet. Yeah, this is really, really late. Normally, again, the Templar Archives start at around like 6:30. Interesting cannon placement here for Protoss. I mean, he's building a lot of Corsairs, and he's still making a cannon over at his natural extra cannon, which is usually not really what we see. Normally, you see if you think he's going to go for muta, you only build 1 cannon in the main, but you don't really build any at the natural, because usually the cannons at the wall kind of are the base for where your Corsairs are going to be protected from Scourge. But in any case, he has gone for that cannon, so quite a bit of investment there from Protoss. Zerg, as you said, is a little bit under droned actually. 31 drones. Normally you want to be at 35 when you start making all these Hydras, but he's a little under droned.
Yeah, but I think if Zerg is confident and picks up on the fact that he hasn't seen the Templar Archives yet, like the Templar Archives is still very, very late, and that's just like what, 6 Zealots? Okay, the Templar Archive is actually almost finished right now, but it'll take a while for Storm to research, and if Zerg just goes for a timing Hydra push here, there's very little that the Protoss can do, actually. Especially if you waste all of these Zealots, which it looks like he is going to.
Yeah, Zerg is counterattacking with the Hydras, though, in the middle map. Not coming back here to deal with these Zealots, because the Lings and the Hydras already back at home are going to be enough. So this could catch Protoss off guard by quite a bit. He's adding a 3rd cannon, but the cannon they're only just now getting started. If Zerg comes in here and sniffs the timing right now, he could bust in. There's only 2 cannons remaining right now that are alive, and here he comes. He's going to hit the wall instead of diving. Oh, man, I think this is a little bit of a mistake. I think Zerg should go.
Yeah, he definitely should have gone in, but waiting for these Hydras to link up is totally fine too. And I think it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's so many Hydras, and he just kills them with this Hydra timer right now. All the cannons go down. Only that one little cannon there at the back of the natural is the one remaining. That one goes down as well. All the pros have gone down, and there's the GG from Protoss. That
was a really strange game from Protoss.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what their game plan was. Like the very first couple decisions were just really odd. Like that second cannon when it's not needed was a little weird. The forge timing again, like if you're not going to go 12 next at that point, you might as well just go for a normal forge timing. So I don't know. Yeah, it was definitely a little bit strange.
Yeah. So my prediction, I don't have actual player prediction right now for the Protoss, but I feel like it's probably maybe just a high B Protoss, honestly.
Yeah. It'd be nice to actually see the full list of players, and then just try to pick out who is
Well,
what. But
that would make it too easy, though, I think.
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know who everyone who Ozzy invited into this tournament, but usually, I mean, it's gonna be like high B up to low S rank players that are getting invited. So we'll see.
Yeah, like it has been stated a few times already that like 1900 is probably the baseline, like the lowest MMR in this tournament.
Yeah.
And in Yumi's defense, they did make it to the next round. So
That they did. All right. ZVZ first map is Litmus here. So we got
wonderful.
red Zerg and green Zerg. So Christmas colors right now, but it's gonna be really awkward to talk about each Zerg player as red Zerg, green Zerg.
Well,
instead of
I
having their
kind of
names.
like that it's Evelyn versus Shaco, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
the
kind of
invisible junglers.
yeah, it's a little cheeky jungler matchup.
Yeah.
So I know you've been playing Zerg recently, correct?
Yeah, I am playing Zerg for the CPL. It has been a struggle playing against Terrans, so now I know how Zergs feel when they play that matchup. And,
Oh yeah, it's rough. It's a rough matchup. But how do you feel
yeah.
about ZVZ?
ZVZ is completely alien to me because, as with most mirrors, I am very inexperienced with them. Like every time, like when I used to play Protoss, PvP was probably my worst matchup. When I played Terran, TVT was my worst matchup. So, ZVZ is currently my worst matchup as well because I have no clue what to do in it. So I need someone, because usually like I like to have one standard build, right? But in ZVZ, it's kind of hard to have one standard build. Like you need to be able to mix up like 9 pull speeds or 12 hatches in. So it's very interesting matchup.
I think a lot of players, when they are just starting out as Zerg, they generally just go 9 pull speed every game or 9 pull lair every game. I think it's kind of safe enough to do that.
Yeah, I think so too. But we do see here it's going to be a 9 pool no gas from our green Zerg Evelyn, and it's going to be a 12 pool here from our red Zerg Shaco. No gas yet. So explain to me the 12 pool build order. Is it like 12 pool into hatchery, into gas, or how does it normally go? Is it like, because I know some variants get fast gas as well.
The normal 12 pool build is you go 12 pool and then you make another drone, and then you with that drone you make your gas, and then you make another drone, and with that drone you make your hatchery.
Okay, but it looks like he's pulling larva right now to make the lings right now instead, and in base hatch, interesting as well. So
this is a variation of 12 pool that a lot of even like high level Korean Zergs have been doing lately. It kind of banks on like lack of scouting information, but on this map there's 2 gases anyway, so it's actually it makes total sense because you're not really going to be mining a whole lot of minerals. What you really want is that second gas anyway, so not having the fast expansion is really nice, and it's also a lot easier to defend.
That's an excellent point. I didn't even consider that you have the extra gas on this map. So fighting drone coming out here, very interestingly, but red Zerg's gonna push green down the ramp here, and he's gonna be able to hold the top. Interesting to have the drone here. I'm not sure that's needed, but there you go.
I don't think that was necessary either, but I guess it's nice. It's better safe than sorry.
Yeah. But layer started, so the 12 pool is going to have a very, very fast layer here. On the other side, we're going to see no layer because obviously it was a 9 pool, no gas into expansion, into the gas. So we're going to see the layer a little bit later. But luckily for green Zerg, I don't think the layer timing is all that super slow. So I think that he's going to be able to get Spire out, and by the time mutas are running across the map, he's going to have mutas of his own that are going to be popping out. So I think he should be okay. But obviously, the larva difference is going to be beneficial to our green Zerg. Just by a little bit.
But being able to 12 pool, this is another advantage of going 12 pool hatch in base, is that you can immediately go lair, which is something that you normally can't do with 12 pool. Usually you have to get speed first just to deal with like 9 pool speed or whatever. So this is a really nice little advantage too for our red Zerg. Spire already going down, lair like 60% finish for green.
Yep, 4-minute Spire. Both players also starting Ling's speed as well, but Red is very comfortable right now, just kind of playing his own game. Going to be making some more drones. I can see the drone count actually is quite even, although we are about to see Green go down because he's making more Lings actually. So maybe Green's going to try to go for a bust here, seeing that there aren't any more Lings being made here from Red.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a hairy situation. We see Ling streaming down, but I think Red he's on top of it. He's making Lings now, and I think he's going to be able to compensate.
Yep, he will be. Nice read here from Red. Also does obviously have the Overlord overhead because of the 2-player map. Knows exactly where his opponent is. Now the Lings are trying to force himself on the ramp. Red is going to go for a surround here coming down the ramp. I think this is maybe a little bit of a mistake here. Trying to come down without the Sunken Colony behind means that this is looking really bad now for Red all of a sudden with some really poor micro here. But now he's going to have some reinforcements. Going to be able to push those Lings back down the ramp. Okay, so let's take a breath here. Red almost threw this game right there.
That was insane. I don't know why you would ever give up your choke advantage.
Yep, but now Green's going to try to get up this ramp. Red's doing a pretty good job of trying to keep a good spread here. But Red is going to let Green up the ramp, and Green's going to be able to take this fight here pretty well. Decent surround here from Green. Red is continuously pumping out Lings right now. Spire just finished. But the problem for Red right now is that he can't make mutas because he has to deal with these Lings, and mutas are going to take way too long to finish right now. But I think now maybe he can re-grab the top of the ramp and now start pumping out mutas. But right now, Green is investing really hard into these Zerglings.
Red is just boggling my mind. I don't know what he is thinking. That is insane.
Yeah, it's just, Green with these cute little micro tricks right now. And the APM from Green, as you can see, also 320 APM. So Green is playing very, very fast, getting all these little micro tricks right here to get a little bit of advantages over Red right now. And Red is now also starting their second extractor at the same time as these Lings battle come in. Green's going to go get top of the ramp as well again. But I think the mutas are going to be done in time. But the problem for him is that the drones need to get pulled right now. He doesn't want to lose any of these drones. The mutas need to pop right now. And they're about to. There we go. First mutas come out. And Red is not going to lose a drone just yet.
Yeah, I think the entire muta advantage is nullified now because Green is going to have his mutas up pretty soon, and Green has map control. Yep, already more mutas than Red. Wow, Red really threw this game away by just those Ling move outs, man. I cannot imagine what he was thinking.
Yeah, very strange right now, but he's going to come counterattack because all the Lings from Green did get cleaned up, but Green's going to be really nice and defended. He is building a lot of mutas right now, and they are staying pretty defensive right now for these Lings, and even getting a Sunken Colony right now as well. So Green is in a pretty good spot, has his second extractor, only 2 drones mining gas right now. He is down by 1 drone, but he has the slight advantage in the fact that he's going to have a slightly healthier muta count, and the Ling advantage that Red has is going to be nullified by the fact that there is that Sunken Colony in the natural to help defend.
Yeah, Red did get his second gas up a little faster, so I think once now that he's stabilized and he can keep pumping mutas and Scourge, he might have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, maybe it's really hard to tell right now because obviously, each player has a slight advantage of their own, but I think it's just gonna be building up mutas as much as possible. We'll see if one of these players tries to sneak in a drone or 2. Obviously, Green will have a mineral advantage if they choose to make more drones to mine from their natural, because while Red has the equal count on the hatcheries and the larva, he doesn't have the option to mine more minerals. But again, minerals in this matchup aren't that important, so it's not that big of a difference.
And Red actually has 1 more drone than Green right now anyway, so technically his economy is a little bit better.
Yeah, he's got 6 full drones on the gas right now. Looks like, here we go, big muta fight right now actually, and let's see how good the muta micro is. Decent muta micro from both sides, killing off these Scourge that are trying to connect right now. Ooh, that was a good connection there from Green. But actually, I think does Red have more mutas all of a sudden? Although Red did get supply blocked a little bit ago as well. But 10 mutas right now for Red. He's got to lean in. Let's kill a drone. Nicely done there from Red. And now Red's going to be on the aggressive here. Going to kill some drones as well. Maybe pick off an Overlord while Green is trying to hold the line here and micro away from these Scourge that Red has chasing his mutas.
Yeah, Green has a bit of an advantage in that none of those mutas are damaged. Oh my gosh, making a connection with... So now, yeah, big advantage for Green right now. And he's going to run down these mutas. If he can catch these, it'll be game over for Red.
Yeah, Green's positioning his Mutas quite well, trying to get in the way of Red's retreat path right now. Here comes the fight. Green not attacking right there. Stop his Mutas. He needs to just let them auto attack on their own. Nice connections from the Scourge, though, actually. Really well done here from Green. Yeah, I think you're right. That might just be game right now. It's like 9 to 2 Mutas right now, and the Scourge are going to chase down those last few Mutas, while Green's Mutas are just going to go right into the base and kill off all of these drones. Another Muta goes down to the Scourge, and Red is in some dire situation right now. He needs some miracle Scourge, but Green is just going to pick off all of these drones right now. And whatever economic advantage that Red had is all but gone now. And yeah, I don't know how Red comes back from this one. Unless, again, some insane miscontrol from Green or some insane Scourge pickoffs. Green's not attacking, moving. Okay, a Scourge does hit. Some of the Mutas are he's trying to micro really well. A little bit too cute. I think I would honestly just like A move and then just let go of the keyboard at this point, because he's just got so many Mutas that I think trying to micro against these Scourge and Muta honestly is making him lose a little bit of DPS. But in either case, all the Mutas are gone.
I agree. At a certain point, once you've won, the only reason you want to continue microing like that is just so you can keep momentum up in case your opponent tries to run away. And then it's easier to catch them, essentially. But yeah, it is technically also just good to just attack down and not even bother microing, really. But Green's micro is really, really nice there. Definitely a high-level Zerg.
Yeah, I really like the micro there from Green. Red, again, yeah, as you said before, really confusing with kind of his Ling movement decisions. Not a big fan of that. Again, I think that if you have the advantage in the air, why not just hold your ramp and wait for Mutas to come out so that you're able to deal with them.
We'll see what builds they do this game. I'm curious because the 12 pool and hatch and base is fairly standard now, but that 9 pool, I'm not really familiar with 9 pool no gas into expansion. That's kind of a wild build order to me.
Yeah, that one also I'm not so sure about. Interesting, though, obviously on this map, it's a little bit different because there's no second gas. So the in-base 12 pool hatch build is probably not going to be as effective because you can't just have that free second gas. But again, we'll see. They're going to be cross position here on knockout. So very low scouting information. They have to kind of find each other with their Zerglings for this one.
Yeah, it's always awkward. I mean, the worst feeling is when you lose the scouting battle and they scout you first and you have no information. But when neither Zerg has any information, it's still kind of a weird state. And very rarely can you find out exactly what build they did with just a Link Scout.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that one. I do have a question for you. On a 4-player map, do you tend to see a bit more 12 hatches, for example, compared to maybe on a 2-player, 3-player map where you kind of have a more likely situation where you scout first? Because if you go for a fast pool and you don't scout your opponent first, obviously, there might be a chance that your links just go to the wrong base.
I wouldn't say there's a higher chance of 12 hatch. Maybe slightly higher than a 2-player map, but it's still a huge risk. Even if you're cross map, if your opponent goes 9... Oh, okay, so we
in-base 12 hatch. Shaco loving these in-base hatches. On the other side, we do see the 12 pool again here from the Brown Zerg Evelyn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this... well, Shaco was the Zerg that did the 12 pool last game.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. But he's doing another in-hatch build again.
Yeah.
12, it looks like what is this? A 12-11-10 here from Shaco. Evelyn is gonna go 12 pool, but this time getting the hatchery down at the natural this time instead of in base. Or sorry, this is not the same player. It's really hard when you don't have names of these players. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Evelyn, I think honestly 12 pool with hatch at natural should be kind of winning against 12 hatch in base, but unfortunately for Evelyn, they're not going to get any scouting info on red. They're not even going to know that there's another hatch because by the time they get there, the ramp will be blocked. And so they're going to have to go Ling speed first.
Wow. Drone scout, and the drone instantly dies when it sees the Ling. So at the very least, Shaco here is going to know or have an idea of what the build is because he did see the hatch, he did see the Ling timing. But it's very strange to see the drone scout. So who do you think this is? Who goes drone scout in ZVZ like this?
I'm not really sure. That's also a very uncommon build.
Yeah.
I feel like I saw G5 mention Julia, and honestly,
It does make sense.
yeah, Julia is like the only person that I've seen go for drone scout in ZVZ. So yeah, red might actually be Julia, and Julia does like his weird janky builds.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. We do see the Ling gets in here though for Evelyn, and the Ling's gonna be able to get a nice little scouting path here around everything. And I will say that Kava does have very good mechanics, very high APM, so this could very well be Julia versus Kava. So G5 may be predicting this exactly right on. Well, there's a Ling speed kicking in, and that's going to be a very nice, easy one fight here for Evelyn with those Lings in the middle. Layer timing is going to be faster here for Shaco, but Evelyn, of course, has the layer started. Did go speed first, so the layer is going to be a little bit slower here, but it will pop. So actually, the Spire times are going to be pretty much the same, as a matter of fact. Has Shaco actually started Spire? Okay, he has started Spire just now, and then now Evelyn is going to start Spire pretty much just maybe like 10 seconds later, so not going to matter whatsoever here with regards to the muted timing. So no spores are going to be needed, and the fact that again that Evelyn does have that natural hatchery is going to make a world of difference, because if the players want to drone up, and also has the sunken, by the way, going to be able to get that second gas pretty quickly and really take advantage of the air battle is going to happen.
Yeah, so this is a little scary if red can catch out these Lings from brown. But
oh yeah, I might be baiting Brown in here and then getting a big surround here. Yeah, here come the Lings from the back. Brown is going to try to take a fight here, but a bad concave already. Red with the advantage, and now here comes the flank. Yeah, all of these Lings are going to die here from Brown. Really smart play there from Red to completely surround all of those Lings from Evelyn.
That's almost game losing, but we'll see how Brown compensates. I mean, having to make extra Lings here right before your Spire is finished really, really hurts.
Yeah, we can see the mineral count for Brown right now. Not even able to make a single muta. Now he's going to be able to make one muta when that Spire pops. But Red Spire was scouted, so the timing is known. Mutas. Oh, Scourge actually. So he's going to try to supply block it. But the Sunken right here is going to really protect really well here. And is really well positioned where Brown is able to sort of get good concaves right now. Yeah, Red cannot take this fight. Brown made the exact amount of Lings that he that he needed to be able to get it. But the problem again is going to be this air fight. So Scourge are on the way out now for Red. Going to try to pick off some Overlords probably to supply block Brown, and at the same time Red's even expanding right now to get onto 3 hatches with get second gas. So Brown's gonna really need to try to utilize that extra drone advantage that they've got right now and try to pump out these mutas as fast as they can.
Yeah, this drone advantage is big though, and he is going to get this second gas up a lot faster than Red. They basically have even gas right now, so
oh, he's gonna camp the mutas. Okay, I thought he was gonna go after the Overlords to try to supply block, but oh no, Brown with 2 Scourge going to 1. Unlucky.
Yeah, and even this 1 over the muta is going to effectively kill that muta, because if there is a actual muta fight before it has a chance to regen, it's just going to die immediately.
Yeah, and Red might actually have Brown on complete lock here because the mutas are all going to be so split. Oh, 1 muta goes down to the Scourge already. This is so well played here from Red, actually. This is really, really smart play because Brown can't ever really get these mutas back to being clumped enough to be able to micro down these Scourge. He does get that one, but again, it's so difficult because he's got 2 mutas already at 1 HP.
Yeah, he can't take any more hits, but this is enough mutas to pretty easily kill these Scourge if they're not being flanked by any other mutas. Very nice micro from Brown.
Yeah, good micro so far. Red's not able to get any more connections there on the Scourge, but I think he did enough damage, picked out the first muta, got a few really, really badly injured. Oh, but right back, Brown's gonna be able to pick off one of Red's mutas with that little Scourge trick as the eggs were popping.
Yeah, and Brown has a commanding lead with mutas now. That second gas already kicking in for Brown. I think he's going to kind of run away with this advantage, honestly.
Yeah, he might. Picking off some Overlords as well. Yeah, the Lings at the bottom, though. Lings at the bottom, we're going to try to counterattack here. We're going to see if they're able to get in. But no, oh, wow. Perfect reaction here from Brown. Lings already at the top of the ramp. Even got a couple mutas right now to help kill off these Lings. And yeah, the Sunken doing work right now. Lings not able to get the ramp at the easiest way possible. And now the Lings are going to try to get as much drone damage as they can. But the mutas are coming back right now. Maybe he gets 1 drone. I don't even think he got 1 drone.
Brown basically microing perfectly. I'm really impressed with Brown.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of does scream Kava to me. Like, it just feels like very good mechanics, almost like, Korean player style. So this could very well be Kava that we're watching here. This and Red definitely does feel like a kind of a Julian-esque player where he's sort of mind gaming, playing a lot of these shenanigans. And I mean, still playing very well, I will say. But here we go. Here comes the big Mita fight potentially right now. Brown smells blood in the water here. And here comes the Scourge. Oh, good connections here from Brown. Not as well from Red right now. Brown doing an excellent job again, microing away from these. And I think Brown's going to take this. This could be a very quick 2-0 here. Yes, it will be. GG from the Red Zerg.
Very, very well played by Brown.
Yeah,
I
that
would
was...
guess at the very least a high A, but I think he's an S rank Zerg.
Yeah. It could be... I mean... The APM tells me it makes me want to think Kava, but I don't know who's playing in this tournament, so who knows?
And I think that was our last series of the night.
I think Ozzy's pulling up another replay right now, so maybe we got one more
Oh, okay.
series.
We got one more, yeah.
But yeah, that was really well played from Brown. I mean, if you want to know how to play ZVZ, that's Brown's that definitely a Zerg that I would want to watch the replays to kind of study and analyze.
I am going to be right back. I'll just be a minute. I have to go to the restroom.
All right.
All right, guys. While we wait for Keen, I'll just go over a couple things real quick. Since we got a few more people here than I did at the beginning of the stream. So if you want to see the bracket so far, this is where you can find it. There it goes. But yeah, that'll just give you an idea of kind of the progression of the players. It's been brought up a couple times, so I'll just give a little refresher here. I will release the player list at the end of the tournament. So we're doing the semifinals and finals will be live on Sunday. That will be at 3 p.m. Eastern. And after that, after we wrap all that up, I'm gonna cut the stream. I still haven't fully decided, honestly, and I'll probably talk about it in my Discord and see what everybody thinks. I don't know if I want to do it, take a break and then, do the, kind of post-show, 10 minutes after, or if I just want to do it the next day, kind of more towards the middle of the day, or maybe, the late evening or something, because it's a little bit tough, because it is going to be Sunday. It'll be kind of late, potentially, by the time we finish, depending on how long the games go, and a lot of the Europeans might not be around. It's a little bit tough. Like I said, I'd like to have done it on Saturday and then done the post-game on Sunday, but I didn't really want to overlap everything with all the BSL stuff, so the schedule's a little bit awkward for me. So I'll discuss it in my Discord, and we can decide exactly how we want to do that. But what we'll be doing is at the end of the tournament, I will release the player list, and then you guys can kind of guess, right? Talked about this a few times. I'm going to give $15 to you guys, the viewers, the top 2 or 3 guesses. Again, this is all something I'll kind of hash out throughout the week this week. For the top 2 or 3 guesses, I'll give a $15 payout. And then for the players, I'm going to let them guess as well, but they will be their own separate bracket for their own $15 because they have a little bit more information than you guys will.
And I am back.
Welcome back.
Okay. And then I was kind of talking about this some before. I'm going to extend the season, I think, by 1 more week because I want to do micro fastest before I close the season out. So I'm going to tack 1 more week on. So it's going to be more like November 8th or something that I finish the season up. But I really, really want to do micro fastest. We've been playing it a lot again lately, and Flash is actually our current champion, I do believe, so that'll give him a chance to defend that. But I'm going to hand it back into our casters. We're going to hop into this last series and wrap this up.
I am indeed your current micro fastest champion. Even though everyone didn't believe in me. I'm just a beast at cannon rushing, bro. You put Protoss in my hands and micro fastest, man. I'm taking control of that center. Speaking of Protoss, we have a PvP, actually. It's going to be Trundle versus Nocturne. It just looks like, I think Ozzy's a jungle main, because all we see are junglers all the time. Actually, no, we saw Yuumi in one of the other games. Never mind.
Boy, PvP. I hope you enjoy PvP because I don't. So
I only enjoy PvP when Snow is playing. So I don't think either of these players are Snow. Therefore, I'm not going to enjoy it. But I'm sure. Hopefully, it'll be a good series. PvP. I don't know. People say ZVZ is like rock paper scissors matchup, but PvP is just as much of a rock paper scissors matchup. But no one ever wants to say that.
yeah, I don't know which is worse in that regard, but it definitely feels like there are some builds where you just like straight up lose, or it's like a 90-10, right, for the Protoss who like loses the build order.
Yeah, it's very difficult to come back from some of these build order deficits. So yeah, I mean, like I said, people want to give a lot of crap on ZVZ, but I think PvP deserves as much, if not even more, flack for how the matchup operates. TVT is the only... Well, TVT has its own problem, which is that it's too damn long and too damn boring. But at least it's a much more skill-intensive matchup than the other ones.
Yeah, my problem with TVT is that like when you watch Korean pros play TVT, it's actually pretty fun. Like the games are pretty dynamic, but when you watch foreigners play, a lot of times it just goes into this like 1 hour slogfest because neither player knows how to actually close it out.
Yeah, no one has a clue. It's kind of like the same as watching like mid to lower tier CPL games where a guy has a huge advantage but doesn't know how to close it out. So the game just lasts 40 minutes, even though you're like, this game was over at 10 minutes. Sorry for all the CPL viewers out there, but we all know that's true. But anyways, both players looks like they're gonna get the scout in. Pretty normal timing here, and so far so good for both players. Very, very standard. Gate, core. We'll see if they opt for Zealot. It looks like no Zealot right now. Both players are just gonna go for straight Dragoons. So very interesting. I guess it's because they got the probe scout in because they know it's a 2-player map. They don't really need the first Zealot if they don't see a 2-gate going on. So yeah, pretty good from both players so far. Mirrored builds.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, got a probe there. Orange. Never mind.
Nice.
Orange is taking a small advantage right now, getting that probe kill.
Yeah, very, very nice pick off there. Kind of embarrassing since nothing is going on right now. But yeah, kind of a gentleman's agreement. Both skipping Zealot, which is nice. I mean, it reveals something about the Protoss players, not enough to actually make a guess, I think, but like some players will still go just like 10-15 or whatever, regardless of the map. They're just like addicted to it. Like ladder warriors, I feel like usually do that.
Yeah. And it looks like we're gonna have the second gateway here on 21 for the orange Protoss, and red did see it, so red's gonna be able to have all the advantage. So we'll see what their decision's gonna be. They could go into maybe a faster robotics facility. Hasn't seen the second gateway yet, so orange is for sure gonna have the Dragoon advantage for a little bit of this game. We're gonna have to see how red responds. Yeah, it's gonna be Robo. And a 2-gate Robo here from Orange.
Yeah, interesting that Orange has he went 2-gate, but their robos are basically the same time.
Yeah.
And
That's interesting. I don't know what happened. I guess did get one probe kill, but I feel like it wouldn't matter this much. It's quite alarming how much it was. He cut one less probe. Yeah, he's got the extra probe advantage right now. Red is gonna go gate Robo gate. So yeah, I think overall it'll still be relatively equal. I think that the Reaver will pop out for red in time, and he can always hold the top of the ramp with his
Yeah.
screens. This ramp sucks to push up.
Yeah,
so
the builds aren't too different that it's going to make it like a direct difference right now, but just interesting to note that Orange is that much more optimized.
Yeah, both players going for Observatory. So no fast Reaver, just gonna both play very safe. Although it is a little okay. So it's interesting that red is going for the Observatory here after already confirming the 2-gate. So he had the pylon information. He knew that it wasn't Citadel. and yet he's still going observatory first rather than going for the support bay first. That's an interesting decision from them rather than being like, maybe I'm going to play a little bit more. It's not even greedy because he has all the information, so he didn't really need the observatory first.
So you think it's a little too safe, actually?
Yeah, I think it's overly safe. That's exactly what I would say. Because you might as well get the Reaver out just a little bit faster. Maybe you can hit a timing with a faster shuttle play and poke down the goons with some scarabs before the enemy's Reaver comes out. In which case, it's kind of just wasting money. Shooting scarabs back and forth. But yeah, again, it's just an interesting concept. I don't play PvP that often. Whenever I did play Protoss, I would try to avoid PvP as much as I could. So I don't know the exact specifics with why that decision was made. It could just be that this is just the build that they chose, and they don't want to modify it in case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a big factor that goes into players choosing builds a lot of the time is honestly just what they're comfortable with. It might not be the absolute most optimal in a given situation, but it's better to play something you're comfortable with than try to do something that's optimal that you don't know how to do properly.
Yeah. So, that observer almost got picked off. That would have been actually kind of huge for Orange. 2 observers actually for Orange right now. So their support bay was much more delayed. And so Red is going to have a little bit of a Reaver timing here. I think Orange may go for the Reaver immediately. Yeah, so when this shuttle pops out for Red, we'll see if they make the decision to push across the map. He does have the Observer floating around in Orange's base, so he should know what's going on. But overall, Orange has the Dragoon advantage and has the Nexus advantage. So Red's only slight advantage right now is this Reaver that's about to pop out. Or with the Shuttle Reaver, with the shuttle about to pop out. All right, so Red's seen everything, doesn't see the shuttle yet, doesn't see the Reaver yet, so knows that Orange is not going for it. Also didn't see third or fourth gateway, so knows it's not Power Goon. Yeah, and so Red's gonna make the decision. I've got the shuttle, I've got the Reaver, I have the advantage right now with the power of my army. I'm gonna go for it. Orange does see the Observer. We'll see if he brings over a Goon to take out this Observer. Actually, kind of important here to try to make sure that this Observer dies, so there's no vision.
Oh my god, if he gets caught out here, that'll be huge. Wow, oh no.
My god, yeah, gonna take a lot of damage here. One of these goons is gonna fall, and now here comes the Reaver. And big engagement here from both sides. The Reaver is out for Orange. The problem is that without the shuttle, it means that this Reaver cannot be microed, but does get a nice Scarab there. Both players are gonna have to try to retreat. Yeah, Orange is gonna have to buy time, get that shuttle out, and wait. He's gonna try to move forward here. He's gonna pick up the shuttle, pick off the Reaver right now. Oh, gets the shuttle with the Reaver. Insane micro there from Orange, walking forward, picks off that Reaver shuttle, and now Orange.
Such a nice pickoff.
Yep. Orange has got all the advantages now. Has his own Shuttle Reaver. Could even go aggressive with this Shuttle Reaver, actually, because he doesn't really need it for defense anymore after picking off the first one from Red. And I think the game's over at this point. Like, if this is pro-level gameplay, I would say the game's over. Like, Orange has got such a clear advantage right now that it's so impossible. Oh my god, Red is going forward and trying to pick off the Observer. Is going to pick off and lose 2 goons for that. What a mistake from Red.
Huge. Why would you go in to try to kill an Oz like that?
Yeah, I mean, the Oz on top of the Orange goons as well. That was an insane greedy play there from Red to try to do that, but loses 2 goons in an already deficit position. That is incredible for them to try that. But in any case, we'll see if they can try to land some big Scarabs here, maybe get some good micro. Again, the thing with PvP is it is still a micro fest at the end of the day. Red is going to try to push down here. Does have the Reaver. We'll see if Orange is going to be able to micro really well here again and pick it off. No, he's going to retreat. Decent Scarab, but Orange is going to have 2 Reavers of their own right now. Nice Scarabs, pick off 1 goon, and another one of Red's goons is going to go 1 HP.
That was a cute little move to try to distract the army by splitting off those 2 Dragoons, but it didn't make any difference whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll see if Red actually saw the shuttle going down. The shuttle has speed right now. Reaver going to get dropped in the main here. We'll see if the probes react. Good reaction time here from Orange. We'll see how many probes that this Reaver is going to do. Why is the Reaver not firing? Oh my god, that was so painful to watch. The Scarab is not going to pick off anything right now. Oh, kills 1 probe. Kills a second probe. Not landing the money shots, but now Orange knows that the Reaver's not there. He's going to just go pick off goons right here at the front.
That Red must be so disappointed in that Reaver, man.
Oh my god, huge Scarab shots from those Reavers. Great target firing, but the shuttle does go down, which means that now Red can maybe come back here and micro down these Reavers, but he's gonna move the shuttle right on top of everything. What is Red doing?
Wow, what a blunder.
Oh my god, the Reavers go down on both sides, but Orange has complete control here. The Reaver's doing so well. Red, what was that? Just flying the Reaver shuttle right on top of the Dragoons from Orange. Well, there's the game. And just like that, you lose your shuttle Reaver, you lose the game. But in this case, if you do it twice, you definitely lose the game.
Yeah.
Good old PvP. Love it.
It feels like so G5 in the chat mentioned Orange's build loses so many different builds, yet gets away with it. Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling. Like, clearly Orange feels like he's the superior player. So both players were going very, very safe, but they're clearly very confident in their abilities.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Orange in this position, like Orange did really, really well actually in that game, so I felt pretty comfortable with their micro decisions. You know, we'll see how Trundle goes on this one. We're gonna be on knockout here, cross map PvP, with Nocturne up 1-0 at the bottom left and Trundle at the top right.
Do you have any inklings as to who these players might be?
Nocturne and his micro. I don't know if I wouldn't. Oh man, I don't know if it could be Bonnet maybe. I mean, the micro is pretty solid there from Nocturne, so it could be.
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough information to call that, but I was kind of thinking Bonnet as well.
Yeah, I mean, just again, the confidence to be like, okay, I'm gonna go for this super simple build. You know, even if it's not favored against a lot of other builds, I'm confident enough in my micro to be able to take these games. Red. The red Protoss Trundle could maybe be someone like a Zen or even like a Nomad.
Yeah, even when Nocturne was like caught out with his 3 goons trying to like angle for the obs, he still like squeaked by and ended up turning a losing battle into a winning battle. And little things like that, just like very nice little micro tricks like that. Not many Protoss are capable of that, I think.
Yeah. So I definitely think that this Protoss is definitely gonna be in the higher A, low S kind of category from what I saw. Red is probably just I guess like I said, high B, low A kind of Protoss player.
No, it's gonna be very disappointed that you called him low A.
Yeah, well, I did 3-0 him that one time, so fake S rank. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, because it feels like Nomad loses to like everyone.
We love you, Nomad. But it's funny to make fun. Although I probably lose 99 out of 100 games to him these days, so I can't really. Okay, anyways, 4-player map. So we are actually gonna see the first Zealots coming out here instead of a no Zealot game like we saw last time. Both players just gonna go ahead and go into Goons, as always right afterwards. And again, we're gonna kind of have to see what the next one is. Blue did get a very late scout. Red got the scout. He scouted on Gateway, whereas Blue scouted on Gas. So unfortunately for Blue, they're not gonna be able to get the information into the main base, whereas Red has the information, and we're gonna have to wait for the Dragoon to pop out before this probe is finally pushed out or killed.
Yeah, so assuming the probe dies before any more information about the build is revealed, or just gets pushed out, how much do you really think that? How much of an advantage do you think that gives Red?
I think it could force Blue into doing a very safe build, like what we saw last time, which is the 2-gate obs build. Or even like 1-gate robo obs could be another play that Blue goes for instead because of the lack of information. Whereas Red might try to go for a 1-gate Nexus, but it looks like he's just gonna go 1-gate robo here actually. And it's actually mirrored builds, so far so good for Blue here. The lack of scouting information not going to punish him right now. But usually if I can't get a scout in, that's where I get a little bit concerned and be like, okay, like maybe I want to get obs a little bit faster because I don't know if he maybe dropped the Citadel behind this or something.
Mm-hmm. So it's more of a disadvantage for not having the scouting info than it is an advantage for red.
Yeah, I would say, like, I don't think red's getting a huge advantage here. Obviously, we see the mirrored builds, and technically, blue is up a probe because they didn't lose their scouting probe, although it's not mining, so there's not really any economic benefit to having this extra probe. But again, it looks like blue is continuing to make probes here. Okay, never mind. Okay, so he's up by about like 1.5 probes right now against red.
Yeah, interesting that he's still kind of ahead in probes, even if you don't count the scouting probe that was lost.
Yeah,
So-
it's like maybe half a probe. So it's completely mirror builds, actually. So observatory and support bay going down at the exact same time for both players. So this is definitely going to be a 1-gate Robo Reaver. And then we'll see if with OBS, obviously, and we'll see if they probably just expand right afterwards. I don't expect to see extra gateways added here. They're probably just going to play safe and expand. So we could be getting ourselves into a little bit more of a macro PvP.
Mm-hmm. Just the little differences in probe production. Well, okay, so blue is cutting to get that nexus down. I just feel like blue is just like slightly ahead already, even though nothing has happened.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. Again, it's sort of that like half probe advantage that they got, and also again, red did scout a little bit earlier than blue did, so there was a little bit of extra mining done by blue in the early game, and so I think that's what we're seeing here with the difference in the nexus timings. Again, it's negligible because they're cross map, so it's not really going to matter as much. But everything from red is just ever so slightly, just a hair slower than what blue is doing.
And yeah, it's definitely not going to make a difference right now, but those things do add up over time. And also, it's just an indicator of, player skill.
Yeah, hitting your build order is actually a very important part, obviously, in this game, as everyone knows. And the crisper you can hit your build, the better player you are going to be. And so, as we can see already, blue is now opened up a 2-probe advantage now, actually. And so, that worker lead is probably going to stay at around 2 to 3. Again, this probe is still outside, so it's not exactly a full 2-worker advantage for blue at this moment in time. But again, with the slightly earlier nexus, he'll probably have a slight probe advantage for a little bit before they stop making probes and red can catch up. But again, everything is pretty even for both these players. So again, the extra probe, half probe, is not going to matter a huge amount in the grand scheme of things.
And it looks like both players continue to mirror each other's builds going into 2 gates. Expect to see a gateway explosion. What do you think there would it be about? So getting shuttle speed here.
Yeah, red hasn't gone shuttle speed, so it's a very interesting deviation here from these two players. And red is looking like he's going to push out, going to be able to pick up that probe in the middle of the map. So blue's going to have the information that red is looking to be a little bit aggressive here with the dragoons, but with the fact that there's that ditch there. I was going to say blue might want to be more aggressive because of that ditch, but instead, no, he's going to play more passively with this Reaver. He's going to keep out front, make sure that, any kind of push here from his opponent, he's going to be able to deal with accordingly. And as we talked about, the worker advantage kind of slipping right now, and exactly that, they're back to even right now. And we'll see if red is able to get some punishment here. That pylon would be a good one to attack. Now, Reavers are a little bit wonky as they attack across ramps and everything, but here in this case, it looks like it's going to be okay. Oh, the Reaver's going to try to get up in here. The Dragoon's targeting down the shuttle. Now they're going to go after the Reaver. Reaver's at 1 HP, basically. But does get... Oh, the Reaver!
Wow.
Sure, Scarab shot hits the Zealot, and the Zealot dragged the Scarab all the way back to the Reaver. Incredible. That was a snow scarab if I ever seen one. Oh, here comes blue. Gonna try to move forward here. Try to snipe the shuttle. Does snipe the shuttle. Nicely done here. So now red's got to be very careful. Without that shuttle, that means that this Reaver here from blue is going to be able to deal some... wreak havoc all over. And yeah, we can see already picking up a few of these goons right now. Red is in a lot of pressure because red has no real way of protecting this Reaver. I don't know if there's a shuttle on the way here for red. Nice scarab right there as well for blue, getting a really big hit right there. And no shuttle, so this Reaver instantly goes down. A good scarab there from red, but unfortunately for him, the fact that this Reaver from blue got so many good scarab shots down before this engagement happened means that blue is going to be able to take, again, a huge advantage coming in here, and they're going to pick off almost all the Dragoons here from red. Blue is floating a little bit. is now starting more goons. Probably needs to add 2 more gateways, just get up to 6 because of how much money he's got right now. But instead, he's just gonna go ahead and research Scarab attack upgrade. Maybe needs a second gas at this point. But Red is gonna have to play really defensively now. After losing his own Shuttle Reaver and losing so many goons, it's gonna be really hard for him to defend here. The shuttle's almost out though for Red.
It seems a little scary because I think I don't know if he's switched out his shuttles, but that shuttle that Blue has is very, very low.
No, it has
just a few hits.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Red does have that full HP, but look at the Dragoon count right now. It is currently 8 goons versus 5 goons here from Red. I think another one coming up. No, just a Zealot here. Oh, nice Scarab shots there. I think one of them hit it with a Reaver. Yeah. Okay, so now they're just wasting money on both sides. And now, yeah, Blue's gonna drop 1 Reaver instead of doing 2, so he wastes less. But here we go. Nice Scarab shot right there on the Reaver.
Wow.
Oh my God, he's gotta be so careful about this shuttle. Red shuttle, almost like Cal playing. I believe Cal used to be nicknamed the Red Shuttle player because he'd always be able to control his shuttles in the red HP and somehow never lose them. But Red's got a slight probe advantage. He just needs to hold on a little bit longer. Maybe he can equalize a little bit. Dragoon's gonna go pick up that 1 scouting pylon there at the front. Using all the shields there on that shuttle, kind of posturing right now for both these players, and now 3rd Reaver is out for Red. So Red's gonna be able to defend, I think. He's gotta be very careful though. Ooh, Scarab did not hit the Reaver. Again, it's kind of just like they're just waiting for each other to make one slight mistake here. Gonna go for it. They're gonna try to pick up the shuttle. Nice micro trick there from Blue. Forces Red into a pickup and then targeting down the shuttle with the Dragoons. Yeah, I think Blue is a very high skill player. This guy is doing all of the little tricks here that tells me this guy is probably an S rank Protoss player.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's overstaying his welcome a little bit here, though. He hasn't been reinforcing this army, and I mean, still getting pickoffs like that though is so nice. But it's a really precarious position, I think, if Red decides to like press this. We do have a new shuttle, so that's okay.
Oh, with 4 Zealots, very interesting here. He's just gonna unload. He's gotta watch out for the red shuttle though. The red shuttle's the one with the Reavers. Okay, doesn't go after those yet. Good Scarab's gonna be able to pick off all these Dragoons here inside of the main base, and now this is such an interesting strategy here from the Blue Protoss, unloading all these Zealots, targeting down the Nexus right now, and they're also gonna be able to sort of, it's almost like it's a PvT where, you know, you drop the Reavers, you drop the Zealots are kind of the ones doing all the distraction work, and then you drop the Reavers in here to get a lot of the damage down. Wow, that Nexus is taken down quite low actually from the Zealots.
That's so weird. Yeah, wow. I wonder what did he really think that he could get the Nexus? I've never seen anyone do that.
Oh, he's just gonna pick off the shuttle. Nice. The shuttle does go down. Does eat a couple Scarabs for his trouble, so does lose a goon in exchange. But yeah, that was interesting. I mean, he didn't almost get it, so it clearly works a little bit. Oh, the Reaver, 1 Reaver goes down instantly. Red is trying to move his shuttle down to get some harass and counter damage right now. But the problem for him is without the other shuttle, because Blue killed it, and he saw, I believe, the shuttle moving down. It means that Red is completely exposed here with nothing to protect him. The last Reaver goes down for him right now. Red needs to kill every single pro, bringing all the Dragoons down from the main right now. They're trying to reinforce, but the problem is coming down this ramp is really difficult. He's going to try to move his goons forward to try to pick up the shuttle and the Reavers. The shuttle goes down. Now the Reavers are finally dying. Oh my God, oh, I didn't lose the shuttle back at home as well.
Completely ready for it. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing play. It's incredible that Blue lost all of his goons super fast. I guess they were all like really badly damaged from these scares. But the problem is, look at Blue with his army back at home now moving across the map.
Yeah, Blue was also heavily outnumbered, but I think this is going to be it for Red now. Blue's advantage is just out of control. Outnumbering him, not in probes, but in army, vastly, and Reavers. I mean, just chipping away constantly with those Reavers. Like, Blue's micro is really, really good.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I mean, you know, obviously it's not to the level of Snow, but it's still a very high quality Reaver micro there. And again, that little trick, I love that little trick, you know, forcing, you know, firing Scarabs over at your opponent's Reaver, forcing the pickup and then moving your goons in right at that exact moment to get damage down on the shuttle really puts a lot of stress and pressure on the opponent to make sure that they don't lose that shuttle. And you know, that's one of the reasons why that shuttle was so low HP. Could walk in, snipe it really quickly, and then move in with his army to deal with the Reavers that don't have a shuttle to micro. And here we go. Gonna push up this ramp here, going to attack the 3rd. Big Reaver shots once again here from Blue. and red is going to have to try to micro his heart out. The shuttle goes down, the Reaver goes down. Good concave here from red, but the fact that he's just almost outnumbered 2-1 here on these Dragoons is just not going to be enough. There's the GG. Well done here from Nocturne.
Very nice. Yeah.
2-0.
Also, the concave doesn't make as much of a difference when there's Reavers on the other side. So.
Yeah, when you have no Reavers and the other side's got Reavers, it doesn't matter how much of a concave you've got unless you've got like an insane amount of Dragoons. But he was outnumbered there as well on the Goon count. So really well done from Nocturne. I really do think Nocturne is probably Bonneth. I don't know if DeWalt is in this tournament, but it could be also be him. It's one of those two, I would say.
I think, I think, I don't know about DeWalt, but I know Bonneth has been active with the, he's like been hanging out with our NA community a little bit and stuff. So I feel like if it's one of those two, it's probably Bonneth.
Yeah, I'd probably say so too. I don't know how Dragon plays his PvPs, but it could be Dragon as well. Dragon's a very strong pro Russ as well, so wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those two. Just really, really high quality play from Nocturne in that series. So really excited to see what Nocturne does in the future.
Yeah, same.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for casting for me today. That is going to wrap us up here. So that gives us 2 PVZs for the semifinals. This is nice. We can avoid some mirrors, at least for the semifinals. It is unfortunate that we lost every single Terran player on the first round, so not a whole lot of Terrans to watch here. But yeah, so we're going to do that. Again, we'll be doing the finals. The semifinals and finals will be live casted on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'll make some announcements, and I'll talk about it on the Discord. We'll decide if we want to do the post-game stuff, like all the reveals and kind of like the mini games and everything that I have after the stream, or we want to do it the next day, the following weekend, something like that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks again to Keen and Flash for wrapping this up for me. Thanks to Worst and New Ocean for being in here earlier as well. They have been casting for me for free, so I really, really do appreciate that.
When do we unionize?
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up here for us today. Like I said, also, just keep an eye on it. I am going to do a micro fastest tournament. I'll make an announcement sometime, probably this week. We'll probably do it the following weekend, not this weekend, but the next weekend. So that's all I really got planned for now. I'm just looking forward to finishing this tournament and kind of going over everything. I got a lot of funny comments from a lot of our players and stuff, so I'm excited about it. But yeah, I'm going to head out. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.